Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're doing well, and welcome back to the George Russell career mode. Let me just double check that I've got everything working as it should be. I think I've already broken one thing. I mean, it wouldn't be a Matt212 streak. There we go. Without at least breaking one thing before we get going. But I hope you're all very well. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Of course, it's the Brazilian Grand Prix this weekend. And that means, of course, the George Russell career mode returns. We got JX, we got La Hangman, we got Big F1 Fan, we've got Dart. We've got plenty of people joining in over on the TikTok live as well. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm looking forward to this one. But I need to see what the weather's doing inside the game. Because I need to leave the house at about 4 PM. Because I'm going to go out playing football. So I need to make sure that I definitely get this all done before then. Because I do need to leave pretty much at 4. And welcome in, Smurf. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Will Matt make football? Will he prove he's a bottle job on and off the pitch? Will he manage to ever read? Will he be a professional streamer? Or will he just do what he always does? Another 212 episode begins now. That I think sums up my streaming career. I think if that's what we're going to call it. Oh, that hurts, Scruffy. That hurts, man. I've had a couple recently where I might lose on count back. I mean, literally in 2 hours, our My Team season finale goes live. The last ever episode of the My Team career mode goes live on the main channel. And I've got to double check because I'm still waiting for the proper thumbnail to come through from my thumbnail guy. So I'm hoping that he gets that over to me before 3 PM. I do better in I reckon you should, Smurf. I reckon if you get an intro in whilst this stream, like the starting stream is rolling, then I will make sure it's the first thing I say at the start of these episodes. What are my wheel settings? If you go over to YouTube, you'll be able to find them. If you just go like Matt212 F125 wheel settings, you'll be able to find them. I've got a couple of ideas for other stuff I want to do on F125, but there won't be like another basic My Team career mode, just because there's clearly not enough interest in it. My Team, for some reason, has been a bit of a failure. I mean, we did a video talking about that a couple of weeks ago, so I'm not going to keep, obviously, doing a series that nobody's interested in. I might do a stream one, though, with something a bit different towards the end of the game's life cycle. I might do a couple of kind of My Team series where we're not me as such, where like we're a team or like a different team or something. Ultimately, I don't really know at the moment, but we'll take our time with it. We'll wait and see what happens. Oh, that's annoying. I thought I could do both upgrades there, but apparently not. I mean, we've got good upgrades then going on this Merc though. We are best on the grid right now, which is always nice. Dart with a 75 stream streak as well. Thank you, buddy. Road to 100. And as well, thank you to Super Noodle for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Good race last night, from the bits I saw you. It was Liam Lawson that gave me damage. Wow, that is spicy. I mean, I know exactly kind of what career modes I've got planned on this game. So I mean, I'm not gonna share that with you now, but I know what I'm gonna be doing. Oh, we should actually probably say that we're going to out-qualify Kimmy, shouldn't we? That should be hopefully fairly easy here. But yeah, like I said, we'll decide what length qualifying I do based on what the weather's doing this weekend. So we'll wait and see. Yeah, I got murdered by Nick. I got murdered by Punju. I murdered Hayden. But I think I finished 8th or something like that. So we did all right in the end. To get away with, to have all that murder, but still walk away with my dignity is always quite an impressive feat. Hey, thank you for the bit as well, Toast. I hope you're doing well, mate. And on a 3-stream streak. Yeah, I mean, the Create series, the F4 series so far has actually been... Yeah, I mean, you racing that, don't you, Super Noodle? For the most part, it's been pretty clean. Ah, man, what is that weather? I hate this game. It's 2 races where it's going to get wet and dry and changeable conditions. Oh, man, what is this? To be fair, it doesn't look like it's going to be that wet. It's just going to rain once in each. That is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Oh, man. I'm going to be going through and updating all of the F125 setups as well. I need to work on a Google Doc and get everything sorted. So, I think what we'll do, chat, just to make sure I don't run out of time, we will run single session qualifying. Of course, this series is meant to serve as a bit of practice for CS. So, obviously, that series runs single session qualifying. I mean, there isn't meant to be any changeable conditions in qualifying formats, so that's okay. So, I think, yeah, we'll just go with that to make sure I'm not going to spend all afternoon here. Lando's got some momentum behind him, but Oscar needs to come back strong this weekend. I mean, he's only... People are saying, like, oh, Lando's guaranteed it now. But Oscar's still only 1 point behind at this time. A lot could still change. Yeah, George Russell likes Sao Paulo. Let's not forget, of course, he did take pole here last year, and obviously won the race in 22. So he's had a decent track record.
Please. Radio check.
Right.
Radio check.
So, setup-wise then, normally I would probably strip more wing out. I think I'm going to run a little bit less wing because the Mercedes has got quite a lot of bite. But I think I'm going to run that just to be a little bit better.
I've had a chat with the R&D team about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvements.
We'll give that a whirl, see how it works. We'll go racing first, I think. Yeah, the sprints might make a big difference towards the end of the season. If you have a bad sprint race, it might genuinely cost you. We've kind of been lucky in Formula 1 so far. Oh, hello. That ever since, I mean, apart from 2021, where obviously there was only 3 points for the winner anyway, I don't believe the sprint race results have ever changed anything meaningful in the World Championship. I don't believe, like, it's ever cost, like, anything really high up the order, like anybody a championship position. It might well be the case this year. But I believe as well, no one has won 2 sprint races yet. Hamilton obviously won Shanghai. Who won Miami? Was it Lando? Did Lando win Miami and Oscar won the Grand Prix, or was it Max? No, because Max won Belgium. And... No. Hey? I don't know. Perhaps it's just the McLarens haven't won a sprint race yet. No, Oscar won Belgium, didn't he? No, Max did, eh? I'm losing my marbles. I don't know. Lando won Miami. Max won Belgium. But Max... Oh, perhaps it was before... before Cota, nobody had won 2 sprint races. I swear I saw stats somewhere, but it might have been a few weeks ago now. Hey, welcome in, Max Attacks. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, Max, because Max definitely won Cota as well, didn't he? So Max has won 2 games. There goes that stat out the window. Hey, welcome in, Rage Mate. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Look at that, chat. We're actually already out on track before 1 PM. It's not normally like this on a Matt212 stream. Right, can the... Oh, there you go. That's all right, then. So there is a bit of grip then on the run back to the line. We're going to be doing a lot of laps of Brazil this weekend. Of course, we've got this today, which is probably going to be over 100 laps. Creator Series tomorrow is going to be about 100 laps. So we are in for a lot of Brazil over the next 36 hours. I will be sick and tired of this track by the time we're done. What do you feel that Forest Green Rovers lost to Luton Town? This is the first time hearing about it. That should probably explain my emotions. Oh, thank you. Yeah, wonderful. I appreciate it, Sosa. Hey, no worries, Matt. No need to apologise, sir. We've all got our own lives. If you've got other stuff going on, I hope work is running smoothly. The idea that anybody is willing to sit around and watch me play F1 live still blows my mind, so... The fact that there's at least a few of you that do is crazy to me. Right, we're building up a bit of confidence then, so far. I mean, racing runs should be... It's normally meant to be pretty easy inside this game, but sometimes in the wet weather, they can be a bit confusing. I mean, like all practice programs on F125, they can be a little bit janky. So wait and see. Build upgrade by Sim. Do you know if Sim Magic's any good? I've heard good things about Sim Magic. I've never used it personally, so I can't, like, say on my own behalf, but I've heard good things about it. Exactly. Dart's always here. The poor man. Most of us are just yapping alone. Are we all just here to yap to ourselves? I just like having a good chat with you guys about real life Formula 1 and stuff. Especially doing this series where it never goes into videos. I just like having a bit of a chit chat, getting a bit of practice in for CS, and just kind of enjoying ourselves. Oh, come on. And understeering. And probably bottling it. I never actually had a look at the championship table. I know we're 29 points back now. Which, with 4 races to go, is going to be a tall order. As long as we get to Abu Dhabi still with a mathematical shot, I'm going to call that a victory in my own mind. Colapinto doesn't deserve a seat next year. Is that a controversial take? I don't know. Jamie and I spoke about it on the podcast as well. That's what streaming is all about, to be fair. That's a very good point. I'll do time management next then. I want to just kind of blitz through free practice, make sure we also get the R&D. I do like donuts. Donuts are nice. Depends on the flavour, of course. Bring back Jack Doohan. It would be fascinating to see if he did come back, how he'd get on. I still think Alpine, if Red Bull are adamant they're getting Arvid Lindblad in for next year, I still think Alpine should be targeting whoever Red Bull get rid of. Because you know full well there'll be a cheap date. Whether it's Lawson or Tsunoda, they'll... I mean, I guess for Tsunoda, he might obviously have a backup plan with Honda. About obviously going there and obviously when Fernando calls it a career, taking his spot. But then surely Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda might have to be one of the most lackluster lineups of all time. Not as bad as Mazepin, Mick Schumacher, but still not great. It's one of those really odd circuits on F125 Sao Paulo, where I really do, especially in the wet, you just cannot, you've kind of got to underdrive the car quite a lot. It's almost like the circuit doesn't want to, you don't want to find grip.
20 minutes of light rain.
Is like the best way I can describe it. It constantly feels like the circuit is fighting against you. I guess that's why it makes it can be so entertaining in the rain. But yeah, it just feels like really, really tricky to try and get hooked up. But if we can immediately start this weekend with all purples, I'm going to be happy. Turn 6 is flat out with the right setup in the dry, not in the wet.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed.
Poor
Got a
toast,
lot
man.
of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Yeah, Jack Doohan gone after 5 races. Stroll here nearly 10 years later. Mazepin got a whole season. Formula 1 is a cruel and unpredictable sport, ladies and gents. Mirko, thank you for the follow, buddy. I appreciate it. We're still trying to hit 10k on Twitch by the end of the year. So if you're on YouTube, if you're on Kick or TikTok, anywhere else, please do consider dropping us a follow on Twitch. It'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. Help us get one step closer to our goal. We've got a little less than 2 months to do it now, so it is going to be tough by the end of the year. But we're gonna keep believing. Sometimes I see messages Toast puts in chat and I just think, yeah, you're kind of asking for it. Other times, though, yeah, there can occasionally be some... I'm not going to say jumping of the guns, because my mods do an incredible job. But I think sometimes there might be something that maybe someone else could get away with once or twice that Toast immediately gets sent to the Shadow Round for. We want another Matt212 collab. We are having a look at what races we can do. There might be a couple more coming up soon. I would have thought we might end up doing more of them next year. Although he is then on holiday for 4 months. Because retired. So it might be a little bit tricky earlier on in the year. There is also an element, yeah, because is it really a Matt212 stream if Toast doesn't get banned at some point? It's part of the magic, part of what people come up for. Do you like driving around Albert Park? Oh, Australia, Albert Park is a good fun circuit. It's not my favourite, but it's definitely one that I look forward to. It's definitely in kind of my top half. Easily.
Complete and a job well done. We got some
there we go. So looks like Mercedes have got some speed this weekend.
Take you through the numbers.
Reassuring. But that's going to be practice, I think, done and dusted. I think we've done everything. Currently doing the British Grand Prix. Good luck. Good luck to you. Save your ERS is the best advice I can give at Silverstone.
I'd take a set of intermediate. These unpredictable conditions.
I mean, look at that. We're a second and a half up on Piastri. So that's pretty good. I think we're ready for sprint qualifying, chat. If you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins right now. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Kick, come over to Twitch, bet some noggins. At Matt212. We've got some R&D. We can get some more upgrades in on this car as well. That's good. That's reassuring. There will not be a Season 2 of this series. This series just follows IRL Formula 1 to the end of the year. And genuinely, the main reason for that at the moment is between this, the Hulkenberg career, and my normal driver career mode that goes on YouTube. I've filled up all of my slots inside of the game. So I need to, once this series is done, it opens up a driver career mode slot again, which is helpful. You want Hamilton Season 2.
Okay,
I enjoyed doing the Hamilton career mode, but I'm kind of like, what else can I really do with it? Sensibly. Like, I won the championship with Ferrari. That was all I ever set out to do. I was just happy that I finished that series in good time. Because normally when I try to do a streamed career mode, it takes forever. But now I've moved, I'm getting good, hopefully, at doing them more reliably. I mean, I try and stream now 5 days a week. So hopefully that's better. We did win the Constructors in the Hamilton career mode as well. Leclerc pulled on right towards the end. Got good right towards the end of the campaign, which was very helpful.
We've just been pushed down into P18.
Right, come on then. Let's see what we can do. First run in qualifying. We're going to go out on the medium first of all. Sorry, that's Sonoda even who wants to slipstream off of us, so going to be careful with that one. Don't want to use too much battery before we get to the line. But I'm going to have to make sure that I keep Yuki at bay. Alright, come on. Remember, strict track limits, so just be careful through the center S. Use a little bit of battery as we make our way down the Esquido de Largo. But of course, this first run is much more about just trying to get a reference marker. Or apparently not invalidating. Okay. Definitely could have been invalidated there, but we got away with it. Ferradura is not flat. That was a horrible run. It might be close to flat though when we go back out on the softs. Oh, come on. I mean, I know it's not a great sign when we're not even putting away from Yuki. So most of the AI, of course, their quickest run will now be done because they will go back out on a same set of soft compound tyres again. But that's obviously not the case for us. We should hopefully improve when we head back out there. I also did not use enough battery on this lap, which I guess is a nice problem to have. 1084, we go P5 actually. That's better than I expected us to go. In all honesty, that is much, much better than I expected from this first run. Happy with that. I decided to set it to short qualifying rather than one shot in the end, Toast. A dart, even. Oh, no, I'm going to get crucified for that. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Dart, forgive me. Oh, it's been a long week, chat. It's been a long week. Just let me have that one mistake. Right. Oh no. Right. What time am I aiming for? Verstappen's done a 7.3. We need a second. Verstappen's half a second clear of anybody else. Wow, we. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't be watching FP1 because obviously we'll be doing this. But sometimes you guys give me updates about what's going on in FP1, which is greatly appreciated. Right, come on then. We need to be brave. Final run. Put it all on the line. Let's go. Yeah, my mods are all going to abandon me now, and I don't blame them. Definitely break later into T1 than I expected. Turn 2 though should basically be flat. Use a bit more battery out of the Skidoo de Largo. That works out alright. But it was mainly in Sector 2 where I lost a lot of time. Break at the 100. Oh, don't allow it to run wide on the exit. 3/10 up though. Right, keep it tidy. Keep it tidy. I don't know why I'm getting so much understeer through 7. Car just does not want to rotate through 7. Very annoying. Oh, Verstappen finding even more speed then, so clearly the AI track is still ramping up. I mean, even if we can just put ourselves on the front row alongside him, I'll be happy. Oh, that was good. Use the battery on the run back to the line. This is going to be close between us and Max. I think he's just about got enough in it, but we're not going to be a million miles away, and hopefully this will put us up on the front row. Yes? Maybe? P2, we'll take it. I'm happy with that. Now we get to relive the George Russell Max Verstappen beef.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming.
Hey, welcome in, Miko. I hope you're doing well, buddy.
So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Well, there we go then. Max Verstappen looks to have gone back into max attack mode inside this game. Oscar Piastri will line up P3 just ahead of Leclerc. Antonelli, a good effort. Just ahead of Albon and Lando Norris there, with Behrman up inside your top 8. Tsunoda and Gasly all inside your top 10. So what's happened to Hamilton then? He's had an absolute stinker. 19th on the grid for Hamilton. Ocon at the back of the field. Gabriel Bortoletto, his first ever home Grand Prix. And he will line up down in P17. And now Smurf's done sunglasses. Luckily, they're right there, so I'll go grab those. Smurf, you evil, evil man. But you've used it for the sprint, not the main event, I'm afraid. Which is quite funny. Alright, you ready, chat? J-Man, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I hope you're doing well. And GXT Storm, thank you for the follow. Right, there we go. Matt212 knees revealed. Hey, have a look at those. Oh, look at those knees, chat. I mean, they're pretty normal knees, I think. Are they? What defines a good knee? What makes a good knee, chat? What's like a key component to a sexy knee? Oh, toast. Toast, toast, toast. Right, so it's going to rain in the sprint, but it might not make a difference. We need to get more upgrades on the car. I think we want no, we got the best aero. Is it chassis we're weak? Yeah, we haven't got the best chassis yet, but that upgrade won't happen until after Abu Dhabi. There's a 45%. Oh, we got to go for it, haven't we? It doesn't matter what happens after this season. We're just going to go for that. Can Smurf refund himself? Does that work? Has Smurf got that power? Hey, welcome in, Ricky. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I look forward to racing you tomorrow, sir. Not Shady, thank you for the follow as well, mate. I appreciate it. Right, are we ready to go, chat? I think we're ready to go. Again, if you're on Twitch, get your predictions in. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Kick, if you're on YouTube, come over to Twitch. Bet some noggins. You might win more noggins. Well worth it. Would recommend. Has Smurf already refunded himself? Yeah, we're both gonna win tomorrow, Ricky. I can see it now. We'll work together for a huge result. If you head over to Matt212 Racing on YouTube, you can find all of my setups for F125. There's F1 ones, there's wet F1 ones, there's most Formula 2 ones on there now. So there are plenty of setups for this game, all designed for kind of more career mode racing rather than time trial. So it should give you a good starting place. What is it? Exclamation mark racing? Exclamation mark setups, isn't it?
It's an unusual
on Twitch.
anti-clockwise race here at Interlagos, where the Sao Paulo locals are packed into the grandstands at each of the 15 corners around this classic 2.7-mile circuit.
I hope it doesn't rain in this sprint. I really don't know, though.
Sector 2, where getting a good run out of Junsao into one of the 2 DRS zones will be key.
We are really close to 15,000 subs as well on that YouTube channel. I don't know what's going to get there first, Matt212 gameplay or Matt212 setups.
World champion.
Hey, no worries, mate. I hope they help.
Pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event.
Right, is there going to be beef between us and Max into T1? That's the real question.
Piastri, Leclerc, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Albon.
The Grand Prix is what I need to focus on. We need to make sure we're good there.
Sonoda and Pierre Gasly. Stroll.
I also always get confused now seeing Behrman in this game, because of course I'm so used to me driving as me that whenever I see BEA, I assume it's me.
Hamilton and
hey, welcome in, Max. I hope you're doing well.
Which of these
watching me from the mall.
Today?
Now you've got the let's go to the mall today. That song.
Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not
much
rest on show in the sprint format
today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. We had great fun watching them win last time, eh? Victory it was, but can they carry that momentum to today's race? That's the thing, Crofty. You've done it once, can you do it again? But you know, if you believe in yourself and the confidence starts to build, inner confidence is what you need. And you carry that through to future races, including this one, and you set that ball rolling. That's the critical thing that I'm for here. And if you've got that first race win, or a win at any stage, it can start to roll with you in a good way. I can't quite get his cadence down still, but I've pretty much got that script completely learned.
Radio check.
Ah, HIMYM, great show.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
I do need to change to Alex Jakes at some point. Thank you for the bit start. I hope your engine explodes in both races. Oh, it probably will, maybe you said that. I don't fancy my chances on the softs, though. I'd rather go mediums for the start of this one. But we need to try and be aggressive against Max into turn 1. I guess it kind of depends on what happens with that rain, but I don't think it's going to play much of a factor. So I'm hoping we don't have to even consider the rain. Max, thank you for the follow as well on Twitch. I forgot we've got formation laps as well in this series, don't we? So Max, myself, and Oscar have all gone mediums. Leclerc and Antonelli are on softs. That is quite interesting. Yeah, my dad's best quote of that video, the best way to do the brakes is brake. I know what he meant to say, but it was still hilarious. Hey, Avengers with the 10-stream streak. I hope you're doing well, buddy.
Conditions look good.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, Dad212 is not wrong. He's a very intelligent man. He's just got no interest in playing the F1 game. He only cares about iRacing. He's a bit of a sim racing snob, is my dad. Dad212 is the new Will Buxton. Oh, don't insult him. That's my father, after all. He raised me. As I said in that video, if it wasn't for my dad, I probably wouldn't be doing this right now. I mean, I guess if it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't be born. So there is also that. But, you know, he was the one that got me into racing games in the beginning. Yes, we are George Russell in this career mode. We've got 4 races left of the campaign. We are 29 points off the championship lead. Exactly, yeah, he did raise a bottle job. Bottle job 212. Right, come on. Ooh, hello. I mean, it doesn't help the fact the track is already overcast. I feel like I'm racing in the dark with these sunglasses on. Right, come on then. Brazilian Grand Prix. I must admit, I'm looking forward to this weekend. Hopefully, we can have a good race in this series as well. George Russell has gone well here in the past. Can he beat Max Verstappen today? Oh, good launch.
Okay, incredible
or good lineup
there.
even.
Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
Right,
Keep
come on
an eye
then.
the lights.
Waiting on
Start
Ocon at the rear of the
sequence will
field.
begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Let's do this thing then. Brazilian Grand Prix here from Sao Paulo. The 5 red lights are on. Nice lights out. Oh, and Max has got a bad start. Can we immediately get a run on him? He's going to try and cover me off. No, he doesn't. And we might be clear in front by the time we get into turn 1. Verstappen will try and fight it around the outside there. But he has not got the grip, and immediately up into P1 then. Run away. Run away as fast as we can from the Dutchman there. I mean, look at that. We've already got a second near enough by the time we get down to Escudo de Lago. So that has worked out fantastically for us. There's, oh, Leclerc now going for a run on Verstappen as well. We have scampered away into an early lead as Max Verstappen struggling a little bit further behind there, and that could not have worked out more perfectly for us. As we round our way in through Sector 2 then, I mean, I expect Leclerc to be strong early on, but that was, I mean, I don't normally get good starts on this game, but that was pretty much the dream start for Sprint Race Saturday here. Bottle Stappen. Maybe I've passed on my curse to the Dutchman, who knows. So I think honestly trying to get away from Leclerc early on might be a bit of a futile exercise. I think that Ferrari on a set of soft tyres, he's going to be pretty quick. Let's not forget as well, Leclerc is currently leading the in-game championship, I still believe. So he's been very, very racy so far in this series, but we had to be brave down in turn 1. We got the hookup. And well, we have reaped the rewards, immediately picking up a warning. But that's a small price to pay to make sure Leclerc doesn't get the DRS on us, which I don't think he has. I'm happy to let Leclerc through, as long as Verstappen isn't in his DRS range. That's my thought process early on here. I'm happy for Leclerc if he does want to try and get a run on me, as long as he doesn't drag Max along with him. Because I know we'll have the speed over Leclerc later on in this sprint race. I just need to find out what's going on with the weather as well. Ooh, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Where am I going? There. Nope, that's not the one.
Good. Head down.
That's the one I'm
No
looking
rain
for.
expected. No rain
Okay.
expected for the time being.
So team aren't saying there's any chance of rain just yet. Nice to know that the dries are the way to go as well then, but yeah, I mean, already then, look at that. Verstappen and Piastri both starting to close back in. I think Leclerc might have us here by the time we get up in towards turn 1. Yeah, Antonelli's done well so far. Hung on to his start position. There goes Leclerc though. Whoa, whoa, the AI. Just got a bit worried there. He's going to brake a bit too early. Box for Inters. Lap 3. Ugh. God, Max had that was like a jump scare when I looked behind me. Just how close Verstappen was. But again, on the brakes, we're pretty confident here. Nice and early on. I've just got to make sure I don't let Leclerc get away. I'm happy to sit behind him in the DRS for a while. Wait for those soft tyres to start hitting the cliff. Because they, I mean, yeah, I'm surprised they've opted for the softs. That's a bold choice here. So the other big one as well is settling in, get really used to where the slip angle is. Whereabouts will the car try and over-rotate? My wheel, the actual wheel itself was about £350, if I remember correctly. But like the rig is close to 1,000, the pedals are another 300, the base, like the motor, is about another 600. All in was about £2,500. Yeah, don't tell Charles' girlfriend, but I might have hooked up with Charles Leclerc at some point. Hey, no worries, Rage Mate. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Have a good one. Charles Leclerc. So, Antonelli then's jumped Oscar as well. Which helps us out in the championship. So this weekend, I'm pretty certain we are going to get mathematically knocked out of the World Championship fight. This series hasn't quite gone the way I'd originally envisioned, but it has still been a lot of fun so far. Nice and easy. Like I said, we've just got to be a bit patient now. We've got to wait for Leclerc to struggle. That's going to be the big one. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, she is his fiancée. Isn't she?
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 2.4 seconds.
I don't know whether we'll be able to get Max Verstappen out of the range as well. I don't think I want to kind of worry about it too much too early. But, I mean, it probably will take less than 10 laps before the medium is the better tyre. Say, even though Antonelli got past Piastri, he's still under a lot of pressure from the Australian. Maybe Oscar, just focusing, of course, on his teammate Lando Norris, who's a little bit further back. But Lando's had a decent start as well. He's not too far behind. Come on. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to see rain in this sprint race then. The fact that Martin didn't mention it leads me to believe we won't see it. There won't be enough laps in this sprint. Grand Prix, though, very different story. I think we're going to end up seeing a thunderstorm earlier in the race. Oh, come on. As long as we can stick with Leclerc nice and early. Oh, I'm sorry, Dart. When is this HR meeting? I will make sure I'm there. I mean, the big one round here is just turn 2 Apex. That's where you got to be super careful. So, pretty much the meta on F125 is leave your ERS in none and just use overtake mode. You get more benefit from it doing that than trying to leave it in, like, medium and stuff. Around basically every venue in the game. Again, C-Max kind of drops back to like 3/4 of a second, 8/10. I think he's just trying to look after his own tyres and stuff. I mean, yeah, Antonelli and Piastri have gone. They are so far behind now. There is a Matt212 Discord. It's mainly for our streaming stuff rather than videos. Yeah, I don't know if Oscar and Kimi have given each other damage or just they're too busy squabbling. But I think, of course, for them now, it's going to be very difficult, unless we really get held up by Leclerc, to kind of really close back in. I mean, look at that. Oscar's now a second behind him. I just think Oscar's struggling here. Knows he's got to be patient. Knows Lando is no longer behind him. Because Lando Norris is now making the move, apparently. Maybe this just isn't a good Oscar Piastri track in this game. That was so close to track limits there. I really got to get good. I'm much, much better now, apart from the Hulkenberg career mode video earlier on in the week. I am much better now at only getting like 1 penalty a race. But it's just minimizing those last few errors. I know we've already got 1 warning, so I just don't want to get another. It absolutely could be. Dutch Iceman. And Brazil has always got the potential to throw something up.
Within 1 second of the car ahead, get ready to use DRS for
I was going to say Vegas, but I think trying to invite your friends over at 5 in the morning, they might think you're mad. Why am I wearing sunglasses? Because someone on my Twitch stream used their earned points to make me do it. Opinions on peanut butter and jelly. It's not really a common thing in the UK, but I've had it a couple of times. It is very nice. Oh, that's not a warning. I felt like I ran less wide than I did the lap before there. Right, now we got no more of those. You know that whole thing I was saying about track limits? I'm still not fantastic with them. Right, is Leclerc beginning to struggle? I think he is. I think we've got to try and find a way around him. Oh, yeah, he's definitely beginning to struggle. He's pushing. He's trying to make sure he gets the last bit out of those tyres. I would rather do it up the hill, though, rather than at turn 3. To the outside of Leclerc we will go.
Pace is strong, but be aware these tyres need to go the distance.
Look at that, comfortably ahead. This Mercedes has got some ponies, as it will jump the prancing horse there by the time we get up to turn 1. And as long as we can defend down the Escudo de Largo, we should be good. Here comes Saul. Is he going to be able to get there? Oh, I couldn't quite see whether he quite got there, so I made sure to give him some room. But we'll hang on for now. That is reassuring. Right, now we just got to try and pull away through this middle sector. Ooh, I don't cut. Don't think we're going to get close to cutting it there. We got yellows. That, I think, is Verstappen. Verstappen smoking. Oh, the Dutchman. Our first retirement then out of the Grand Prix today. That is disappointing for him. Or out of the sprint, I should say. And imagine if that was the scenes this weekend IRL. Max Verstappen's championship hopes would basically be going up in smoke there. So big disappointment. Big disappointment for the Dutchman then. Our first retirement of the day. That is a huge shame for him. Oh, here goes Leclerc. He's not done with this fight just yet. Have to let him back through again. But we know he is on a losing battle with those tyres.
6.2 seconds.
I have not won a race yet in this series. No, yes I did. I won Singapore. Ignore me. I've only won the one though. Oh, Leclerc. No! He squeezed me, chat.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against
He
our finishing
squeezed
time
me.
at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
That's a bit scary. Right, now we've got to try and... Oh, come on. It's because of the sunglasses. I can barely see where I'm going. Right, now we've got to try and get away from Leclerc. Yeah, Kimi's on the podium. Go on, Kimi. Right, I think we'll probably end up letting Leclerc back through once more, charging the pack behind him for a couple of laps, and then absolutely trying to go hell for leather. That'll be the goal. Yeah, blaming the sunglasses. I'm a proper racing driver. I really put Leclerc down on the inside line that time into T1. He'll get it slowed down though. Good effort. Ooh, back end. Like I said, we'll make sure we got a full charge of battery again, and then we'll go for it. So, just for an FYI, chat, if you use sunglasses, they would not apply to a Create Series stream. I need all the help I can get in that series, and wearing sunglasses would not be that help. Oh, come on.
Let's use overtake and burn.
Right, we'll leave
off
it
some of
one
this
more
energy.
lap. Have they got any update on the rain?
Conditions look stable at the moment.
Oh, it's still saying no
currently
rain then.
expected. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now.
Only 75 streams in a row. And I still get Dart's name wrong. Shocking, isn't it, really? I mean, 75 streams has got to be, what, about 4 months? Every single stream we do? So pretty much as soon as I started streaming quite regularly, Dart has always been here. He is my rock, he is my everything. I'm lucky to be able to call him a friend. We might have got a penalty for track limits. We got squeezed out by Leclerc. If that's how you want to view our friendship, Dart, then I don't blame you. Have we done it? Right, I want the DRS still. Oh, Leclerc definitely cut that. Right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, Charlotte wanted to give me a big old squeeze. We'll try and just get the car slowed down in front. And there we go. Back into the lead once more. Problem is, though, we're going to be able to get away from him. Such a difficult circuit to push through this middle sector at the moment. Although, again, the Mercedes should be good through here. I don't know why it struggles so much. Come on, can we get him? It's up to 9... Oh, it was up to 9/10 temporarily. Problem is as well, the AI always get a good run out of this final corner. Unless they actually mess it up, he says. Oh, Leclerc only just inside the range still. That's annoying. That could have been the chance to break away for good. Unless we can somehow do it by the time we get into T1. But again, I'm not that confident on the brakes into this first corner. We might have done it. I don't know. I mean, Antonelli is just comfortably in P3 still. And it's great to see from our team.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Right, come on. Send it. We can get Leclerc out of this range now. I've got no battery, though. That's a problem. But we know we have grip through this through this middle sector. 1 second. Surely now. Just got to be able to turn up the wick at any moment and get away. Don't even let Leclerc realise what's happened. There we go. Beautiful. Goodbye, Charles Leclerc. Now let's see if we can stay here. Don't let him get back in the range now. This is why I try and do some streams earlier on in the day, some streams a bit later. Of course, the occasional Saturday early stream as well. Just to allow different people to come in and be able to watch. Alright, we might have Leclerc gone for good now. Especially if I can just... Oh, no. He says, immediately messes up. Literally, as soon as I say that, I mess up the next corner. I was going to say, if we can just start charging up the pack again a bit, just to make sure that if I do make an error, that we can keep him out of the range, that'll be useful. I'm kind of praying now that we don't get a safety car. I mean, will Antonelli hang on to that spot as well? Seems like Oscar's mediums are finally starting to come into their own. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, the Mercedes is on par with the McLaren in terms of performance inside this series. So I would hope that Antonelli might stand a chance, but the medium is definitely now the better tyre at this stage. Like, you really want to use the camera the outside there, don't you? Really throw the car in. A Spinala special. Probably knowing me at some point. I'll wait for a really bad moment to do it, though. Don't you worry. It'll come at a really inopportune time. I completely forgot it was Bahrain this weekend for World Endurance. Jenson Button's last ever professional race. Can't believe it. JB. Crazy, bless him. Think he's earned his retirement, though. Formula 1 world champion. Multiple race winner. WEC race winner, I believe. Seems just like yesterday, chat, I was watching him in that Brawn GP car. Crazy. I do have force feedback. It is set pretty high. I won't showcase it in case I mess something up, but if I let go of the wheel, it will shake itself around quite a lot. Actually, maybe I can just show you very temporarily down here. Like if I let go quickly, see, it just starts shaking. I gotta hold on to it again pretty quick. God, this sprint race has kind of flown by. Just trying to make sure I keep Leclerc out of the range as I build up more battery. Because my hope is that, of course, he'll slowly start losing more speed anyway against us. And in the final couple of laps, I can just push. Get the gap up. I don't want to give Leclerc, even though it's only a 2-point swing, I just don't want to give Leclerc this sprint win. Those 2 points could be critical come the season finale. Yeah, if you just put Danica Patrick behind him. I reckon that's why he's retiring. He's signed a contract with Sky that means they can't hire Danica as well. He's got, like, you know, Alain Prost put in his Williams contract that he refused to work with Ayrton. Jensen's done the same thing with Danica. Which I don't blame him for. Ah, oh, Dodd's done a drink water. An angry Lance Stroll fan. Thank you for the follow. I will wait for the front straight and I will do a drink water. I'm sure that's going to shake my wheel. Come on. Got the gap up to 2 seconds now, so we have definitely got good speed. And to be fair to Antonelli, he's not losing anything to Piastri either. I don't know if Oscar's got just a tiny bit of damage or has just settled in, but we're actually still pulling away from him. Right, water. Ah, beautiful, refreshing water. Right, come on. Not another one, you monster. It's always scary when you're trying to put the glass back down going into a braking zone. But it has meant I've saved a little bit more battery, which I guess is good. Goat Stroll will win today. When you say win, do you mean pole? He can't really win today. Not sure he will this weekend anyway, but... How many more races has Lance got, chat, before he becomes... I guess Hulkenberg's still around, isn't he? I was going to say, how many more races has he got before he becomes the most successful driver? Oh, sorry. Most races entered before a win. So the sprint race is only going to be about another 5 minutes. Then we've got an entire Grand Prix to do as well. That'll probably be ballpark an hour and a half. If I had to guess, but it kind of depends on what the weather does and everything. Brazil's not a particularly short race either. It's not a long one, but it's not a particularly short one either. But at least this sprint has given me a bit of confidence. Ooh. Oh, that's not a warning game. If we get another penalty, then it is GG. Charles will definitely win this. Unless the soft tyres completely hit the cliff. We're getting the gap up though, he's definitely struggling more and more. There you go, 3 seconds. I can't wait for a mechanical failure now, in like the last 3 laps. Yeah, just not crashing is a win for Lance Stroll. And when he goes into like a team meeting, they go, right, Fernando, we want you to try this, this, and this with the car, and see if you can learn about this for the team and provide us with some data. And then they turn around to Lance and go, Lance, walls, no crashy into walls, please. Yes. There you go. That's what they do. I mean, I want to see if we can get the gap up to 6 seconds, just in case I do something stupid. I'm pulling away at nearly a second a lap now over Leclerc. So it's definitely the soft tyres have hit the cliff. We're in a good rhythm, though, as well, which I'm happy about. Goat Stroll was screwed by an illegal rejoin. If you know Crashy into Wally, we give you window that you can licky. Poor Stroll, man. Thing is, you put him behind the wheel of a race car, he's still going to be quicker than any of us. It's just most of us haven't had the opportunity. I know I've said it before, but I think the thing is with Lance Stroll at the end of the day, if you watch like a Hamilton or a Verstappen or even like a Leclerc, you know, a Russell, a Norris, a Piastri, you can tell they seem, you know, they would kind of... The thing is, when you get to Formula 1, like, most of them there that have successful careers and stuff, you can just tell were designed to be a race car driver. I would say that's mainly Hamilton, Verstappen, and Leclerc. Maybe more than the others I just mentioned. But have kind of got, like, that natural gift. But all the others kind of look like they belong in a Formula 1 car. Stroll, you just never really get that impression, apart from that one lap in Turkey in 2020. Yeah, just reload the stream. Should fix it. It can sometimes be a little bit funky. Ugh! Don't get a penalty. That was close. Too busy reading chat rather than looking where I'm going. It's always the awkward thing about being a streamer. Do you read chat or do you drive? Oh, come on, Kimmy. I want to see you on the podium, but I don't think it's going to happen. Calculator. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, no. That's all right. Right, come on then. One more lap to go with this sprint race. Brazil is not normally a track I feel particularly confident at on the F1 games, so I'm pretty happy with how this one's gone today. As long as I don't get a penalty or another warning, it looks like we're going to claim 8 points from the sprint, and that'll be reassuring as we head to the rest of the weekend.
Okay,
I'm hoping Antonelli can do something against Piastri, but I'm not holding my breath. Oh, that was a bit wide. Make sure we give turn 2 a bit more breathing room. Don't want to do anything stupid. We did temporarily get that gap up to 5 seconds ahead of Leclerc, but I don't think it's going to stay there. Whoa, easy. But this is all reassuring signs as we get ready for the big prize on Sunday.
We think we might see
oh, there you go. There's your rain.
About 15 minutes.
15 minutes out, the rain. So I don't even know how it can predict that for a sprint race when we're doing... Like, I can understand it if we were doing a 50% sprint. And it was like, oh, there's rain in 15 minutes. You think, oh, and a 100% then that might happen. But not in this. This is a 100% sprint race. It has really flown by, though. I will say that as well. This one has absolutely flown by. Don't do anything stupid through the final corner. Power down, though, on the run back to the line. And after a great battle with Charles Leclerc throughout a majority of Sprint Race Saturday here, George Russell back on top for his second sprint win here in Brazil. Happy with that one.
I'll take that. Well done. We're really happy with the podium down here. So well done. Yes.
And the glasses come off. I can see again.
Brilliant.
Happy with that. Happy with that. Hamilton driver of the day. So it'll be interesting to see where he came from. I apologise to YouTube short chat as well. I could not read any of it.
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time.
Well, there we are then, taking a look at our sprint race results. Despite the 3-second penalty, we do still come home 2.5 seconds ahead of Charles Leclerc. Oscar Piastri in third, ahead of Andrea Kimi Antonelli and Lando Norris there, with Tsunoda, Gasly and Albon all inside your top 10. Hamilton, inside your top 8 even, I should say. Hamilton, yeah, 19th to 11th. That's not bad going. And Verstappen, of course, our only driver that failed to see the checkered flag. Let's just see if I've had anything important. Sorry, my thumbnail has finally come through, chat. So I'm I'm going to quickly do some on-air admin and just make sure I use that as the thumbnail for the video that goes live in 1 hour. The final ever My Team video. Later on this afternoon. On F125, I should specify. Hey, welcome in, Frank. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Let me get that all good, and then we can focus on this again. Right. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Change. Finale. There we go. Wonderful. Sorted. Right, that's good to go now. That's one less thing to worry about. One less thing on my mind. Yeah, unless you're a channel member, which of course you can already view the final episode of My Team right now. So, what does that do to the championship then inside the game? It means Leclerc's still leading me. He's now got a 24-point buffer ahead of Norris. Verstappen and myself still with Oscar Piastri. I mean, we could genuinely get a 5-way championship by the time we get to Abu Dhabi inside the game, which would be pretty good. McLaren still 3 ahead, though, Ferrari, with that result. We re-jump Red Bull, though, so happy there. Williams still ahead of Aston Martin, Kick Sauber, Haas, Alpine, and VCarb, though. I guess the good thing is with this series is it kind of means that Mercedes don't slump, hopefully, unless I'm a bottle job. But we will take that. We will absolutely take it. Oh, we're winning our rivalry with Oscar Piastri as well. That's good. Get a bit of reputation. All reassuring stuff. Apparently I gained no awareness from that race. I was so unaware I didn't know what was happening at the course of that one. Yeah, if the thumbnail's from Dart, I'm sure it would just be him panning to the camera like this. Let me go. It would just be this. I think that would be the thumbnail. Right. Do I want to change anything? Do I need to do anything? I don't think so, do I? I think we're all good. Someone, yeah, that's going to get screenshot, isn't it? I should have thought about that before I did it. Oh, man. Right, come on then. Let's get your predictions in then, people. Let's get into the real thing. The meat of the episode. The proper good stuff.
It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos?
I'm going to do my best Oscar fan impression. Mercedes are sabotaging Kimi. Oh, no. I mean, it is weird just how quickly Oscar's pace has fallen off. But we'll wait and see how it carries on in these last few races. Because USA and Mexico have always been tracks he's struggled at. Which maybe it's still just that. I don't know.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check. Radio check.
Right, we've got 2 opportunities on the softs, though, this time. I expect Verstappen to be quick, but I also expect him to serve grid penalties. So we'll wait and see what happens. 108.1, 107.6. Yeah, 107.6. That's a fairly decent target to chase. So, Sawalich IRL only races part-time in the Truck Series, Calstone. So he has appeared in a couple more races. We did definitely see him in one of them. Maybe that's Texas that's going live tonight. But yeah, he only races part-time last, like, the season just gone. I think he might be going full-time in trucks next year.
To P20.
But yeah, that's just the way it is in the game. Right, come on then. Let's try and get a first good lap time on the board. The circuit seems so bright, chat. It's blinding me. That's how bright and sunny it is here in Sao Paulo now. Right, there you go. That's alright. We know where to use a bit of battery now. Purple through sector 1. That's pretty good going. So I haven't really got the car set up for that. So I wonder as well if the AI get a 1 or 2 stop in the race. Probably a bit too early to be thinking about that, but it's food for thought. So as you can see, through Ferraduro, when we get it nailed, you're not flat out, but you're also not completely off the throttle either. It is just a blend through there. And obviously we've got a lot of confidence carried over from the sprint. I want to use that. Oh, come on. Just just drain battery on the run back to the line. This felt like a pretty decent banker. I don't know if it will go purple, but we should go right towards the same time as Max. Shortest run back to the line. Pretty much nailed the battery. Red Bull 1-2? Okay. When did Sonoda suddenly start cooking? I mean, Gasly's 4th. Okay. F125's cooking, chat. Getting some spice here, it would appear. Yeah, people, I'm sure there's going to be so many memes now of me in the Discord. After this. Oh, man. Right, where are we losing time to Max then? We're 18... What am I looking at? 180 thousandths behind? 18 100ths behind, I guess. So we're quickest in Sector 1 by basically nothing. We're losing in Sector 2 by about a 10th and Sector 3 by about a 10th. That's where the pace is around this track. But to be fair, so far qualifying looks a lot closer than it did in the sprint, because Verstappen was absolutely dominant. Can't do a lot else though before we head back out there. Unless I've got too much fuel. No, we don't. That's fine. We'll go back out with about 2:45 on the clock. Right, come on then. This is the one that matters. This is the big kahuna. The lap of laps. Here in Brazil, ladies and gents. This is where you put your money where your mouth is and try to deliver the goods. Out of the final corner. Longest run back towards the line. Just gives you a bit more time to pick up some speed. Let's see what we can do. We need to sweat out this one. Oh, that won't help. Use of grass into T1 is not what I'd recommend. It's not F1 2015. Can't see the delta. Oh, I'm sorry, chat. We're down in Sector 1. Not by much, but we are down. Lap's over. No, it's not. How on earth did we get it? Sorry? How did I get away with that? Okay. Oh, I didn't want to downshift. I had to, though. We were just running out a little bit too wide. We're basically a 10th and a half up. Verstappen's gone even quicker, though. So now it might be a question of can we go quicker than Yuki? I don't even know where I've dropped down to. I can't even afford to look at the moment, but I think we're way down the order. I think we're down to 5th. Antonelli's gone quicker than us. Purple Sector 2. Come on, 3/10 up. Have we got enough battery on the run to the line? I don't know how we found the time. Don't know how we haven't been invalidated on this run either. Come on! Go! Go! Is this going to be pole?
Well, that's a little bit better than yesterday.
Oh! What's the gap between myself and Verstappen? Oh! Chat. That is annoying. 12 thousandths of a second. That is gutting, man. That was probably one of the most hooked up... Well, actually, I suppose it wasn't. I made a couple of mistakes on that run. I mean, look at that, though. Yuki and Antonelli in the fight. McLaren once again struggling. Yeah, and I not nicked the grass into turn 1. We might have got away with that. That's very frustrating. 12 thousandths of a second. That's pretty insane. 3 cars covered by half a tenth is good going as well. And look at that. Antonelli knows what's up. Plus 0.212. 212. The boy knows good. The boy's done good. Right. I'm going to start the race then. I'm going to go fill up my water because I think I'm going to need some more. But we continue to win this rivalry against Oscar Piastri, apparently. Get your predictions in, though, people. Where will we finish the Brazilian Grand Prix? If you're on Twitch, you can bet your noggins. Again, YouTube, Kick, TikTok. You know the drill. Come over to Twitch, bet some noggins. I'm gonna let the game run the intro, and I will see you on the other side. Have a look at my knees, chat. Oh, look at that. Some knee action. Ow.
Formula One returns to Interlagos once again with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and just 4 years later, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. We're racing today then at Interlagos, a historic 2.7-mile circuit and one of the few anti-clockwise tracks on the calendar. 15 corners in total, 9 to the left and 6 to the right, with a technical middle section opening up to a flat-out Sector 3. That gives us our best passing opportunity down into Turn 1. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. Considering the rest of the grid, we have
How has he only got
Sonoda,
here? How long has the
Antonelli,
game loading?
Oscar Piastri, and Gasly.
Yuri Star, thank you for the follow. And Mark,
Ocon,
I appreciate it.
Hulkenberg, and
Is
Gabriel
that seriously how
Bortoleto,
long the game took to get there?
Sainz, Leclerc,
What were they talking about?
Lance Stroll, and Albon. Doohan, Fernando Alonso, Isaac Hadjar, and Ollie Behrman. Lawson and
Can we
Lewis
predict how many
Hamilton
track limit
rounds off the
penalties?
grid.
Oh man,
Now it's time
that
to
would be
head down
bad.
to the track.
I don't want that kind of prediction in
And
this.
alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony
Chat, I
Davis.
did all that
Well, we
and I
had
left my
great
drink
fun watching them
downstairs.
Win last time out. What a great victory it was. But can they carry that
Yes, we
into
did beat
today's
Leclerc
race?
in the
It's the
sprint.
important one, isn't it, Crofty? You've done it once, can you do it again? But, you know, if you start believing in yourself and the confidence starts to build, that inner confidence is what you need. And you can carry that through to future races, including this one, and you set that ball rolling. That's the critical thing that they're looking for here. And I believe if you've got that first race win or a win at any stage, it can start to roll with you in a good way.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
I love the fact I come back and the first thing I read on stream is moron. I mean, it's fair enough. Right. Oh, get me leg over. Ow. So, there is still a prediction of rain late on in the day. I feel like I'm comfortable on the medium. I'm going to start on the medium, take the hard as far as I need to, and wait and see when that rain is going to come. I think that's going to be the play here. The soft tyre is not that good a tyre around here. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to put 74 laps of fuel in the wagon, just to give ourselves a bit of a better chance as well. I think we're good. I think that's going to be the play. Once again, it's going to be myself versus Verstappen into T1. But we'll wait and see. Am I so old that I don't even know what that means, Dart? I thank you for the bits. But I genuinely don't know what the euphemism is there. Hey, welcome in, Bob. I hope you're doing well, mate. Right, come on, Max. Why am I maintaining pace? Oh, what's Max doing? Just go. Hey, can you squeeze him off the road? Is that like, does that work in this game? Will he just actively try to avoid you as best as possible? Like, if I just keep going straight? No. No, he won't. Is that going to DNF us both? Damn it! Wait, is Verstappen stuck as well? Chat, have I broke the game?
So not an ideal parking spot, but let's
Oh, I
try
haven't
and
broke
get
the
a
game.
good launch upon the
Oh,
race
we're going to
start.
wait for everybody else now.
Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
Oh, we're going to wait for them? Seriously? Oh, no, that's not the button I wanted. Oops. I guess you learn something new every day, chat. What, you having issues with, Bob? I might be able to help you. Leclerc is way down the order. I think he's in like 11th for this one. Cockpit cam. I won't do this race in cockpit cam. But there you go. Ugh. Hey, welcome in, Shido. I hope you're doing well, buddy. And Ollie, thank you for the follow as well. cross button not responding. What, are you using it on PC or Xbox or? Nose cam. Oh, nose cam is so bad. Do Vegas with cockpit cam. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. Right, well, neither Verstappen or I are in a great position then. 5 red lights, though. Oh! Oh, Max has done it again, chat! Verstappen's bottled another start. Surely we can make this happen into T1 again, then. I'll try and squeeze him out a bit more aggressively. And there we go. Max Verstappen in the walls once more. Ah! Keep it inside track limits. Everybody, though, seems to be on mediums this time, so we've got an even better opportunity to try and break away there. As down the Escudo Lago we will go. And it... Oh, no. Where's the braking performance? Oh, heavy fuel in it. I forgot about that. I tried to brake it with my low fuel line. down in towards turn 4 there. And it was a good job I worked out what I was doing. Right, come on. If we can immediately get him out of the DRS, this would be perfect. Let him battle with Antonelli a little bit further behind. But 2 occasions this weekend, Verstappen has completely messed up the start. And that is reassuring for us then, especially on a weekend where Antonelli looks pretty confident. He needs 12 points from these final 4 Grand Prix, does Antonelli, to break Hamilton's record for most points scored as a rookie. And immediately, as soon as I say that, he's made an error. That's annoying. But we are running away then. We're going to try and scamper away as best as possible off the launch.
Okay, DRS is now available.
I will be asking Mark for weather updates throughout the course of this race. But not just yet. Settle in, first of all. Make sure we get through those first couple of corners.
Okay, radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Right, there we go. Right, we've got Max out of the range. He's got Antonelli out of the range as well. So this works out quite nicely for the pair of us. We can hopefully just run away nice and early on. Now I've got the tyres up to temperature. They feel pretty good. They feel grippy. Oh, come on. Come on. Gotta try and get the rotation through the front. It does feel so different, especially in these 100% races, how much more fuel you've got in than in the sprint. You note it, like it's an extra 50 laps worth. It's like the same between going from qualifying to a 50% race, more than. It's kind of wild just how big a difference it makes.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Nope. What? Okay. Track limits around here are funky, man. They don't quite work exactly how I'd expect them to. I don't know, chat, whether I complain if we just led 71 laps here. If we can lead this light stuff lag, I think I probably need to, with the way the championship is looking.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Right, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I've got to be really careful with track limits. That's why I'm going to get a DNF. The engine will go pop on lap 31, chat. Clip that right now. Engine failure,
so
lap 31. I'm calling it.
5.2 seconds.
Sometimes I just know these things inside this game. I'll be a bit gutted if it is. Because I deliberately started this stream a little bit early to try and make sure that I had enough time to do it. We're definitely going to have enough time, though. Even if this race got up to the 2-hour maximum, we should be fine. We're going to do a grand slam without pole position. Is that possible? Pole position counts as part of the grand slam, doesn't it? Because it's pole, fastest lap, win, and lead every lap. What was if you take the lead before you make turn 1? I think this is going to be one of those races where it's going to be Max versus myself. Because Max seems to be in max attack mode. And Antonelli and Norris and Piastri all seem to be fighting each other. Yuki's had a bit of a stinker of a start as well. So neither Red Bull getting off to a particularly good getaway here. The sprint went very well, thanks, Raxo. We took the dub.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Ooh, come on. Right, we can just start building a bit of a gap over Max. That'd be good. I mean, the main goal, of course, especially whilst I don't have a penalty, is don't get a penalty. But also just try and build up a bit of a buffer, because, like I said, I don't know what strategy the AI are going with. Do I allow myself to find out what strategy other drivers are doing in this series, or is this one of the series where I don't? I honestly can't remember. Because Max might be two-stopping.
Okay, no issues with tyre
The
wear
one and
for
the
now.
two-stop are normally
Keep
pretty
taking care of
close
them.
round here. Yeah, what Matt hasn't said is the AI is set to 7. We are 27 points behind 28, I think, behind championship leader. I'm pretty certain Oscar's got 24 over Leclerc, 26 over Max, 28 over me. Inside, sorry, no, Leclerc even has got 26 over, yeah, 26 over Oscar, 28 over Max, 24 over Oscar, 26 over Max, 28 over me. That was a terrible answer. I apologise. Yeah, there seems to be a glitch with that, doesn't there? Maybe that's what helped me in the my team for Singapore Grand Prix. Is that why sometimes you get a phantom AI DNF on the last lap? Yeah, stay in school, people. Don't be me. Just for legal reasons, I did stay in school until I was 18, or I went to college, I should say. Maths, actually, for many years was my strongest subject. I guess technically, based on my GCSE results, it was still my strongest subject. I got a B in my GCSE maths. I got a B in maths and a B in English. And then the rest were C's and D's. Which, based on how little revision I did, was probably actually better than I should have done. What did I study at school? So at my secondary school, we did, obviously, maths, English, lit, and language. We had to do triple science. I then took geography, history, business, and then psychology and geology, which I was terrible at both of them. I don't know why I picked them. Actually, I do know why I picked them, chat. I don't know if I've ever said this story before on stream. It wasn't the only reason why I picked them. I did think originally they were quite entertaining. But I'm pretty certain part of the reason why I picked both of them were both teachers for either subject were quite attractive. Which, as a 14-year-old boy, it is part of your thought process about what GCSEs you're going to choose. I don't think I've ever said that on stream. And no, so this thing, I can't even say there was like, I knew a cute girl in my class, because I went to a boys-only secondary school. There was a girls-only secondary school next door, but no, I went to an all-boys secondary school. You had to take a test to get in. What was my... Oh, was that the one with Kai? So we were meant to take... I'm pretty certain I've told this story on stream as well. We were highly encouraged to take a second language at secondary school. And I believe I was the only person in my year that didn't. But that was because at the end of year 9, we did like a huge test. So we had the option of French, Spanish, German, or Latin for some reason at my secondary school. So I originally studied French and Spanish. So we did like this big test at the end of year 9. to decide which one you should do in GCSE. And I got 8% on my French exam. And they were like, right, okay, French probably isn't for you. And I was like, yep, absolutely not. They were like, right, wait for your Spanish result to come back and then kind of make your mind up from there. I got 6% in my Spanish exam. So they did still try and push me into doing a foreign language. And then not long after that, obviously Brexit happened. And, well, everybody in England apparently hates foreigners now. Which I think is more damaging to the country as a whole, but I don't think I directly caused that. My brain just doesn't work with learning. I can barely speak English. Never mind trying to learn a different language. Exactly. Hey, welcome on Twitchy McGee. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Antonelli has just fallen down the order. That's a shame. Yeah, I had to do Spanish and French for 3 years, and I don't remember either of them. All I know is bonjour, je m'appelle Matt, and then in Spanish, I know los pollos hermanos. Which I then do remember, and go chat, because I was a bit of a smooth talker back in my secondary school. When the Spanish exchange students came over, there was a girl that kept looking at me and giggling and pointing at me to her friends. So me being the smooth guy I was, I just looked at, I basically just yelled at her from a distance going, Los pollos hermanos? And she just kept finding it funny, so I just kept doing it. And there you go. What can I say? I've already given you Riz tips before, but there's another one. Note them down if you need them, chat. Yeah, in hindsight, I would say if I had to learn a second language, I should have probably picked German, because German is more similar to English. But yeah. Yeah, I'm a smoother operator than Carlos Sainz. Absolutely. By any chance, are you autistic? It's a very, very good question. I genuinely don't know. Maybe? Maybe slightly? I've never been tested, if that's what you're getting at. It is something I've questioned within myself, whether there might be a little bit of autism or a little bit of ADHD. And I don't even mean that in, like, the way that everybody goes, oh, I'm autistic nowadays. Like, a genuine wonder. Because I know everybody is to a certain degree. It's a spectrum, isn't it? Everybody's on there to a certain degree. But I'm kind of there going, like, I'm 25. If I find out or not, it's not really going to change my life at this point. Maybe it just explains why I like driving pretend race cars so much. Would have been, if I am autistic, it would have been useful to have, like, you know, super focus ability or something like that. But it is what it is. That would be OCT instead, obsessive compulsive tendencies, rather than OCD. I would love to apply for a commentary position F1. I used to do the DHL commentator thing, but then I kind of gave up doing it because the amount of times I'd make it through to the finals then not win, I got bored of attempting it. I was like, clearly I'm never going to get this trip to Bahrain for pre-season testing. Because that would have been so fun. Going to pre-season testing, commentating with Alex Jakes.
Okay, George.
That would have been a right
clear
laugh.
track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Exactly, everybody is on the spectrum to some point. Why am I in first? You're definitely on the spectrum. Am I getting diagnosed midway through a stream? Name an F1 driver for an edit. Jolyon Palmer. Give me a Jolyon Palmer edit of his time in Formula 1. Oh, I appreciate it. Back up 33. Thank you, buddy. Oh, ginger biscuits are good, man.
Mate,
My
that
gran
look
makes
easy.
incredible
Nice work.
ginger biscuits.
That's why I love working with you. Smashed it.
The kind of ginger biscuits that right on the edges break your teeth. But once you've battled through that, they are so soft in the middle. They're lovely. Yeah, this isn't a stream, this is just an intervention. I mean, so far, that's probably the most exciting thing happening in this race. Just trying to lock in now, really. Yeah, this is just a glorified therapy session. That's all my streams ever are. Otherwise, I'm just here for 9 hours a day by myself. And then what would I do? Talk to myself like a crazy person playing video games? That would be ridiculous. Kind of when you try to explain that to someone, like if someone knocks on the door, like, oh, someone's in. I'm like, yeah, I work from home. Oh, right, okay. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I work for myself. Oh, nice. And you go, yeah, I sit in my room and talk over pretend race cars for 8 hours a day, and you visibly see them step back. I could probably say I do social media, but that's way more fun.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
I do not want to do an online autism test. I'm not going to do that on stream. I do not like where the answers would be. I feel like that would get clipped. Maybe if we've got enough time at the end of this stream, I can do one. I think you mean OnlyFans. Yeah, to be fair, if you say social media. I normally say I do YouTube and TikTok and stuff. Just say you're an influencer. I hate the word influencer. I absolutely hate it with a passion. Because I don't think... I'm a content creator. I create content for you guys. I don't influence you. Or I hope I don't influence you very much. You're all your own people. I don't need to influence you. I just try and create content for you to enjoy. Big difference, isn't there? I always think. I will ask them as you drive 20 questions. Oh no. We're literally doing an autism test mid-race. We're not real people, you're all voices in my head. That would not be reassuring. I have my wheel set to 400 inside F125, but I probably should bring it down to 360. It's just what I'm used to. Yeah, people shouldn't be influenced by me. That would be a bad idea. How are the tyres holding up then? We really... It kind of feels like this whole first stint has just completely flown by so far. So, it reckons we could probably take them past lap 30. Don't think we've had any update on rain yet.
No threat of rain for the time being.
Yes, there's no threat of rain at the moment.
Okay,
So I think if we try and
dry
stretch
seems like
this
the
stint
best
to
tyre for
about
now.
lap 33, and then go hards, that'll probably work. Scale of 1 being strongly disagree, 5 strongly agree. Are you good at spotting patterns that other people miss?
Gap to your teammate
Sometimes?
behind,
4?
21.1 seconds.
I'm gonna say. I can often spot patterns that other people can't see. But it depends, though. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton is still last in this race. He has not made any progress so far. This is not quite the 2021 reimagining. There is rain forecast in this one, Matt. We just don't know when. There was meant to be rain in the sprint, though, as well, and that didn't happen. So we'll wait and see. I'm still kind of hoping we don't, because we're doing pretty well so far. But it would add a bit of spice. Ugh. Do you prefer to do the things the same way every time? Yes, absolutely. I am a man of routine. How else do you think I make so many YouTube videos? I am completely a man of routine. In fact, I've literally got macro keys set up to make sure I maintain a routine. So everything looks the same. Do you think EA will continue with F1 26? Absolutely, they've got a contract. Do you need therapy? Everybody needs therapy. Everybody should get a little bit of therapy from time to time. I say this, I've never had therapy. But people in my family have, and they would highly advocate for it. Whoa. Easy. Whoa. Come on. Why am I suddenly burning up the rubber? I was literally live constantly. Do I find it challenging to understand the unspoken rule of interaction? Not normally? I don't think. Sometimes I do a bit, but not normally. Maybe like a 2. Yeah, I'm the reason my family have therapy. Don't think so. I hope not. Although I guess I'm pretty certain my mum had postpartum depression after me. So, maybe I am the reason my family have had therapy. Good heavens, chat. Suddenly got quite dark, this. How many videos would you prefer record if you do? I normally try and record about 3 or 4 videos a day. Depends on the day and what I'm recording, though. Do a watch along. Yeah, if I wasn't at risk of getting banned, then I could consider it. I don't really interact with that many people, Smurf. Apart from you guys, I guess. Probably again like a 1. Don't really think so. What brakes do I use? I've got a set of Fanatec CSL Elite V3s. Yeah, apart from on stream. Yeah, well, Zach Brown said, yeah, he'd rather see Max win than one of his drivers if he had to choose favourites. Which is not really the right thing you want to say to a team fighting for it. At least make sure you get one of them over the line. Yeah, you would get banned for a watch-along. If you actually showed the footage of the circuit, you would get banned.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Hey, welcome in pit stop. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Do I have 1 or 2 special interests that feel all-consuming? I don't know. Maybe the fact that I sim race for 7-8 hours a day. That might be one of them. Yeah, I think that one's a 5, isn't it? Creating content is like basically my entire life. Pedal cam, I forgot to fix it for this one. Sky wants to buy a part of ITV. They don't want to buy all of ITV. They just want to buy part of it. From what I read, they want to buy the bit that distributes the media as opposed to the bit that creates the media. I think it's called like ITV Studios and stuff that does like Emmerdale and whatever else ITV does. They're not interested in that bit. Hey, I'm happy to hear it, Bob. We are playing on 110 AI, 100% Grand Prix, no assists. I only ever play 110 AI inside F1 25. So yeah, max time. Cardell, thank you for the follow as well, buddy. I appreciate it. Ooh. Probably a 3. I don't think so particularly. Actually, I say that I don't like wearing. Right, mate, take this in the right way, chap. I don't like wearing trousers. I'm happy wearing shorts. I just don't really like wearing trousers as much. There's a reason why I'll still be wearing shorts in the middle of December. And it's not just because I'm hard as nails. Can we get another thrilling scenes for a story? I haven't really got any exciting... I feel like I've told most of my exciting scenes for stories. I don't think there's many others I can give you guys. I do have boxes on. Gonna get the Moser Chaos wheel. What are your thoughts on it? Oh, I've used it a couple of times at events. It's a very good wheel for the budget. Would recommend. I don't like wearing trousers about the year 2025. Exactly, Matt. So you get it. I just don't like my legs feeling too restricted or anything like that. I like to be able to move around. Plus, this room gets warm, especially when I'm streaming. I have many work stories that are perhaps interesting. I'm trying to think whether I've got any other good ones that I've never mentioned on stream before. But I would have thought a lot of them I've just put to the back of my memory. Or out of my memory. Can making eye contact be uncomfortable for you? Absolutely. 5. I used to get told off for it so much at secondary school that I wouldn't make eye contact with teachers and stuff. And I just find eye contact so awkward with most people. Eye contact is spooky scary, chat. Yeah, 212 is because my birthday is the 21st of Feb. Are you good at small talk or routine chit-chat? Not particularly. Last 212 sometimes gets annoyed when I ask her the same questions on repeat. Maybe a 4? Oh, this isn't boding well, is it, chat? This isn't boding well. Oh, see, I also don't wear joggers, though. What's your target by the end of the year? I mean, we're so close to 150k on the main channel now. I just want to get there. I'd love to get Matt212 gameplay up to 20k, but I don't think that'll happen. We should... I would hope we can get to 150 on the main channel before the year is done. Q&A with Matt212. I will occasionally wear jeans, but not often. No, last 212 already definitely thinks I'm autistic. People tell me that you're too literal. You guys tell me I'm too literal with stuff. Someone literally came to the stream, a new viewer a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember the context, but they said they had 10 fingers. And I went, well, I've only got 8 fingers and I've got 2 thumbs. Never spoke to the guy before. I don't think he's come back since. Maybe I'm scaring viewers away. Just by being me. I'm also incredibly sarcastic, which probably doesn't help. And yeah, I'm just a dick. Max, I'm sorry, chat. I haven't really been talking about this race because nothing's happening. Max and I are just pulling away from everybody else. How was Leclerc so even with us in the sprint, yet so bad in the main event? Just like me, trust. Hey, welcome in, Charlie. I would say, honestly, the best way to get better at the F1 games is just by practicing. I know it's, like, really obvious, but there are really no shortcuts with it, ultimately.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 31.
I would say if you want to, like, go to a specific track to try and learn a bit more, then Baku's probably a good one. Oh, Norris in. Okay. So Norris is definitely 2-stopping then, chat. That's good to know. I mean, you could theoretically, I guess, take the hards from here, but he's not. He's going on another set of mediums. Sometimes during conversation, I wouldn't say too often, but sometimes.
Andrea's in the pits. Andrea is in
There you
the
go.
pits.
Antonelli in as well, apparently. Yeah, don't do online lobbies if you're learning. They are terrible. What's your opinion on Sepang? I went back to Sepang on F1 2017 earlier on this week, and I forgot just how goated that track is. So good, man. I miss Sepang. Yes, I definitely do that. I click a lot. I used to have like a foot tap that I always used to do. I don't tend to do that much now. But still a bit. Oh, no, I suppose I still do it a bit. Yeah, I'm going to break down at football. There you go. Everybody is slowly pitting in then. So Gasly's going to be up to third. Of course, I want to stay on the one stop if possible, but it would be fascinating if Max opts to two stop. But I think Max is trying to go the same way as we are. I mean, look at that for a top 5. Russell, Verstappen, fairly normal. Gasly, Hulkenberg, Lando Norris. So I've got a Fanatec CSL GT DD, a Fanatec Formula V 2.5X, CSL Elite V3 pedals, and with a Track Racer TR8 rig. We are driving the Mercedes. We are George Russell for this series. I think, have I only picked up the one warning so far, chat? I think we have. So yeah, Max is definitely trying to extend this stint. Like I said, I don't know if he's 1 or 2 stopping. My goal is to get to the end of 33.
This is good. You got a 6.
Oh, I like my Track Racer rig. I've had no complaints with it. It's comfy. It certainly has obviously seen a lot of use, and I've had no problems. But of course, when you buy proper 80/20 aluminium profile, it should last, shouldn't it? Ugh. $1,263 worth it for a sim rig? Depends what that sim rig is. Hey, welcome in, Santiago. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Yes, absolutely. 5. But that, I think that again just goes back to how rigorous I run my routine anyway. Like, I have like a whole, I plan out my entire week by the hour on a Monday and try to stick to it religiously. But that's as much to make sure that I get all the videos I need to done. Yeah, that one surely most people. That's what I used to run, La Hangman. Would recommend. All I would say is the playseat rig I had probably wasn't sturdy enough for a direct drive wheel. But prior to that, it worked very well. Did you do a bit of Irish history? I don't think we did. Ours was mainly Cold War and World War II, I want to say. Yeah, our history was mainly the Cold War, thinking about it. Which I always, and I know I always said it back when I was at secondary school doing history. I always felt like it was naive to kind of say that the Cold War ended, because I never really felt it did. And I think more recently it's kind of proven that point. No, I'm definitely not someone driven by information and numbers. Absolutely not. Oh, this is not going to be a good result for me in this test.
Okay,
Oh,
George.
oh.
Tyres are wearing at quite a rate here, mate. Please try and look after them.
Thought that might be a mechanical. It can't be yet. It's 2 laps earlier than I called. Ugh! Oh, I thought that was a warning. Yeah, exactly. We did kind of a lot of like JFK and obviously what was going on in Russia during World War I and World War II, all that kind of thing. Hey, Gillen, thank you for the raid, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good stream. Now you're here. I don't know if Gillen's actually watching or he's just raided. Number 1, I didn't have VC enabled in the iRacing League last night. Number 2, apologies for squeezing you out. That was a bit more than I'd originally intended. Number 3, I didn't bin it by myself. I didn't bottle it. Nick took me out going into Indianapolis. There was nothing I could do. But I hope you had a good stream, sir. And I look forward to racing with you tomorrow. Yeah, I got a list. Absolutely. I just watched it back this morning. It came up on, like, my recommended. So I was like, oh... Ah! What are you doing, Hajar? That was scary.
Green flag.
No idea what Hajar... I mean, that's what that was, wasn't it? Hajar, V-Car, Max Verstappen, Red Bull. Don't need to be a genius to connect the dots. The thing is, as well, with like all the other F1 creators on iRacing, is I generally enjoy playing iRacing quite a lot normally. Like, I try and do a lot of the special events and stuff. I don't kind of just... I know I've said this before, I don't kind of want to just be an F1 content creator. I enjoy doing iRacing, I'm enjoying NASCAR 25, and all sorts of bits and pieces. F1 isn't my kind of only priority anymore. Yeah, what happened to Fabio? I saw that... I know Razin had an incident as well, late on. I can understand why a lot of F1 players only want to play the F1 game. I've just got no real desire to anymore. I still enjoy playing it, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to limit myself just to playing the F1 game. I've always enjoyed iRacing, I've always liked jumping into it, but now I've moved, I can play it a bit more. Play Minecraft or something. No, I've not really got much interest in Minecraft, I'm afraid. Yeah, I think this is the thing, and I know I kind of fell down that rabbit hole as well when I first started on YouTube. Like, you kind of pick up a bit of an audience on F1, and for the most part, F1 viewers just want to watch F1. Which is fair enough. I can understand, you know, that's why they're subscribed to you and stuff, but it does kind of force you down that rabbit hole incredibly quickly. Right, what are Doing and Hajar doing? Just sat behind us. Horses way focused for doing something. I don't know, I don't really interact with enough people much anymore. So it's a bit of a hard one to tell, that Smurf. The chat now have decided today we're doing a test to find out if I'm autistic. I think that the results aren't looking good so far. Based on that sentiment from Smurf, I think he's already made his own mind up. Why aren't you loading Red Bull Career Mode daily? Again, I'm literally just talking about how I don't just want to play the F1 game. If you have to test, the answer is probably rather elementary. Oh, man. I knew I should have shut down the idea as soon as it started. I'm kind of scared about when Max is going to pit. I don't want to see him suddenly go to, like, lap 50 and then bolt on softs. Hey, welcome in, Fast Boy. Hope you're doing well, mate. I don't know. Neutral on that one. Sometimes I can, other times I can't. Sometimes I'll be spot on, other times I'll be way off. Exactly. I mean, so far this race has been really quiet. So we've got to do something to try and spice it up. I got the lead off Verstappen at turn 1 and have never really looked back. So it gives us something to talk about, doesn't it? So CS is at Brazil this weekend. Right, Gillum, here's a question for you. And it's one that I've been too afraid to ask in the CS chat for looking like a complete weirdo. What do you do about eating on a Saturday evening? Like, do you have like a big lunch? Do you have a big tea before the stream? Do you eat afterwards? What do people do? Because I'm so hungry. I normally eat my tea at 5:30. Now that's a bit too close to CS. But, like, what do other people do? Always after the stream. I can't do that. I'd be so hangry mid-race. If I didn't eat until after the stream, I'd probably crash into someone on purpose.
Don't
Ah!
worry about that target for now. Let's just focus on this.
Oh, man. Damn it. That's annoying. Verstappen's not pitting. If we get a safety car, we can take that later on. How can you eat afterwards?
Let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
That's the thing. I'm so used to eating at like 5 p.m. or 5:30.
Okay, stay clear of the
I
white
couldn't
line on
eat
the
at
exit.
9
We'll
p.m.
receive a
I think I'd
penalty for dangerous
genuinely
driving if you
starve
cross
to
off the
death.
track.
I know I wouldn't, but this is my thing. Like CS 6 p.m. is too close to tea time. 7 p.m. is all right, but then it goes on too late. And because this is what I realised last week, why I felt so lethargic in qualifying, is I just eaten a huge pizza. It's like I could barely walk, never mind drive. But then, like, if you're eating like at that time, what time do you go to bed? A reasonable snack, yeah, I guess. Wait, you've not eaten anything today? Good heavens. That's awful. Right, when's... Oh, there we go. Max is pitting there. That's alright. Yeah, I normally... I mean, it depends, obviously, when Matt212 finishes work. But we will pretty much religiously eat at somewhere between 5:30 and 6. There's not a chance I could go till 9. There's especially not a chance that she would wait until 9 either. And I don't blame her.
Gap to your teammate behind.
Weird, but it helps the stream.
33.3
No, it's,
seconds.
if like a stream is running longer than I expected it to, I get more hungry. Alright, so Max is definitely one stopping as well then, chat. Kind of gotta remember I am actually doing a race here as well. Matt212. My, for now, anonymous girlfriend. It's what she's lovingly known as with our streams. Ugh. Is she aware she's called that? Yes, yes she is. She actually encouraged it, to her credit. She didn't originally come up with the name, but she did encourage it. She likes to remain a mystery for now. Maybe she's embarrassed of me. Maybe I never thought about it this way. Who knows? Does she demand it? No, in the bedroom she's mistress.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Normally I can't say it though because I've obviously got the gag ball in my mouth. Oh no, that's second warning. Damn it! I knew I've got... Why I've got to focus on the race, chat. Focus on the race and the autism test. We got too much going on. I can't concentrate on it all. You often miss when people say one thing but mean something else. Sometimes? Again? Do you recommend F125? Over like F124, absolutely. I do still think it's a much better game than 24. Right, so we got 10 seconds over Max, so if we don't get another incident, I think we've got the pace to keep him at bay. If we get a safety car or something like that, I'm basically forced into pitting. Because to get rid of the penalty. I'm sure that got clipped. I'm absolutely sure that got clipped. Oh, don't corner cut. Best autism test is just generally being socially unaware. What if I deliberately try and not be aware of what's going on socially?
Charging it up, please.
Like, I'm the worst person in the world for checking Discord and things like that. I guess that's not really social as much. That's fake internet people. Do certain sounds that don't seem to bother other people seem very upsetting to you? Annoying? Definitely. Upsetting? Probably not. I don't think so, generally.
Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate.
Willful. Yeah, I'm encouraging myself. I think to be in our line of work, though, to a certain element, you've got to have a little bit of ADHD, perhaps. But like we said before, though, it's a spectrum, isn't it? Everybody's somewhere on it. Yeah, the roadworks were annoying, but I think everybody would find that annoying. Like just constant banging around and stuff like that. That's not like a sound like that other people normally like. You don't hear anybody ever go, "Oh, I'm gonna be gutted when they take those roadworks away." It was so nice hearing all that banging outside. Oh, not even just the best esports drivers. Every single one I met is on the spectrum. I remember, I don't know whether he'll ever see this clip, but when I was working with Sauber, Tomek Paradisic, or however you're meant to pronounce his name, if he wasn't practicing, he would just spend all of his time on Flight Radar 24 looking at planes. Like, if that's what he likes doing, that's what he likes doing. I'm not going to, say he shouldn't be doing that, because he did well in F1 Esports. If that's his routine. But who is going to spend, who wants to spend hours a day on Flight Radar? I understand having a quick look here and there. Do I find it challenging to be in a conversation sometimes? A bit. Oh, it's why I always mute the VCs and stuff, this Create series. All that chit-chat in the background. What would it take for a follow back? I don't know, I'd be a pretty pointless follow back. I don't watch that many streams, I'm afraid. Oh, we got yellows! Is that Stroll or is that Alonso? We've already had Verstappen retire from the sprint. It's Fernando! First retirement of the Grand Prix. Hopefully no safety kill. I think we're good. Hey, exactly. Yeah, I suppose that's a fair point. Just watching someone drive around in circles. Follow every single person. I might have sped into the pit lane. That's why we got a 10-second pen. Is imagining something that is not real difficult for you? How can you imagine something that doesn't exist?
Okay, clear.
Surely that's near impossible for everybody. Like, unless you've seen an image of it or something.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
I'm gonna guess that one gets noted down as a 5.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 40.
How can you imagine something that doesn't exist? Yeah, like me. Actually, to be fair, I've led F1 CS races. I've led a couple now, and the sprint. I led Monaco for a lap. I led quite a few at Zandvoort. That might be it. I don't know. How do you think things are invented? Science. Yeah, I suppose that's a fair point. I don't think anything's ever been invented. This is where I get outed as not autistic, but also like some weird Matrix theorist or something like that. I guess I'm just not a creative person. Apart from I'm a content. I don't know. I say that as a content creator. Chat, why are we doing this? It's hurting my brain now. This is not good. Nothing ever existed. I was just born, none of this is real, and then as soon as I die, this whole simulation will collapse. That's the theory. I don't think... I mean, everybody's autistic to a certain degree, but I don't think Matt212 is particularly autistic. Maybe I'll do this test with her. She just puts up with me. It's a big difference. But she does then also often say that I'm definitely autistic. Exactly. None of this is real. It's all just in my head.
Still looking good.
Like a fart in a lift. Fair enough. What I'll make sure then, Gillen, is I don't call your partner autistic. Probably wouldn't be a great introduction. Ah, yes. I don't know why I'd start that like some old person, but... Alex Gillen's partner. The autistic one. I've heard so much about you. Something like that. I don't know. How many laps left have we got? Just under 30. Is there any rain still?
Okay, expect
Oh,
to see
no.
some rain about 10 to
Rain
15
predicted.
minutes from now. Dry's definitely
This is
seem
not
like
good.
the fastest tyre at the moment.
Autistic 212. That could be my new channel. Tism 212. That's got a nice ring to it. Ooh. I mean, to be fair, if the AI that are two-stopping can get to the rain, they're going to be in a pretty good spot. But that rain might not start falling until about lap 60. So it might literally just be 10 laps right at the end. I should have an F1 setup for Brazil on YouTube. You might just have to look back through the playlist a bit. Oh, come on. Wait, didn't I already... Oh, no, I lapped Doohan before I pit, didn't I? I was going to say, I was like, I swear I already lapped him. Oh, what are you doing, man? Why do the AI do this? They're so bad at being lapped sometimes. Should I change it? Oh no, because setups is set up as setups, isn't it? So I can't really change that one. That one kind of works.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15
Oh
minutes.
no. Just give me the bad news, Smurf. Give me the bad news. What percentile am I in? I'm nervous now. I already did. Oh, did you? Can you put the message in again? I don't think I saw it. I'm sorry, Smurf. 74 out of 100. Is that good or bad? Is that like, is this like golf where a lower score is better, or is this like bowling where a high score is better? Severe signs of autism. Oh no. There you go, chat. Confirmed. My man has the tism. Oh no. As I said at the start of this, though, whether I do, whether I don't, doesn't really change anything, does it? You're all still stuck in my head, all the voices. 'Twas the tism, my lord. Right, come on. That's taken up a good portion of this race. We've only got about 27 laps to go. We're playing at 110 AI. Maximum AI, no assists. 100% Grand Prix. It is as tough as it gets. Doing a tism test while talking to people online while driving fake cars. Yep, it all makes sense now, doesn't it? Hey, that's good going. 103 AI is pretty good. The thing is, race on whatever AI you like racing at. If you want to absolutely dog walk everybody every weekend, run 1. If you want a really tough challenge, run 110. If you want a decent race, race at whatever speed works for you. This stream was exposed to me in so many ways. Only to you guys, I already knew all this. Or I had a pretty good idea. I think sprint quali now is still officially sprint qualifying. If it was the sprint shootout, it would say SS, wouldn't it? Which I guess you can't put. It's still SQ. Why are you not watching practice? Because I'm still doing this race. That's good going. Making good progress. You're 74% autistic. I assume, though, with that quiz, it's just an arbitrary... Like, if you vote 1 on one, you get 1 point. If you vote 5 on another, you get 5. It's not actually kind of reading the results against each other. It's a pretty basic test. I'm in denial now, chat. That's what this is. The autistic 212. I think TISM 212 works. Yeah, I seem to drive better when I'm not focusing on driving, which is slightly concerning. I'm sure now by saying this, I'm going to immediately bottle it. But literally, this race has flown by so far. Yeah, get the track limits penalty just to make it interesting. Problem is, if I get the track limits penalty, then there's only half a second between Max and I. It is only 3 PM as well. We've done surprisingly well. I thought this race was going to take me right up towards 4. But it has been a bit quicker than I expected. Helped by the fact we only did short qualifying. I probably would have had time to run full. And I say that, though. It's going to take us another... It's going to be close to another half hour anyway. What specs do you want, Colton? What specs for what are you looking for? Yeah, there's still plenty of time for me to bottle it. Don't you fear. Fast 212. That's something that doesn't usually get said. Yeah, the speeding penalty was Gillen's fault. That's what I'm blaming that. Looking for your whole setup. Do you mean like my rig or my PC or... Say, exclamation mark wheel will give you my wheel, funnily enough. Slow 212 in other ways. That is so brutal. Excuses. We seem to be pulling away from Max now rather rapidly. I don't know why he's struggling. I'm not only streaming on TikTok, I'm live on Twitch, which is linked right there. YouTube and Kick. I do most of my streaming on Twitch. Yeah, last 212 is never hearing about this stream.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
I mean, we might not have to pit for...
now.
I think, though, this weather is going to be pretty much an instant switch, isn't it? I think that's the problem we've got. I think because it reckons it's going to be heavy rain immediately, it's going to go from dry to wet in like a lap. So it kind of just is going to be based on a little bit of luck about where that rain falls. Or when it falls.
I think we might see some rain. ETA about 15 minutes.
Oh, there you go. It's probably less than 10 minutes out then. Bizarrely, when Mark says that, it normally means it's about 7 minutes away. So that rain is coming. Are we going to lead most of this race and then bottle it all right at the end? Probably.
Okay,
Twitch is definitely better than Kick. There's a reason why 90% of the messages we get through Kick are just bots. I only really still stream to Kick because quite a few people followed me over there. Because the one thing Kick was better than Twitch at was actually notifying people you were live.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Andrea Antonelli, my teammate. I thought Lawson was A, going to give me more room, and B, I kind of forgot about Dirty Air. That was scary. Gasly's up to 4th again, chat. He's just cooking. And for some reason, Gasly always seems to be OP on this game in Brazil. I don't know why. He always... Maybe this is a sign of things to come. Or they just looked at last year's IRL result and just figured they'd lob that in. The VOD quality is better on Kick. Did not know that. I guess I store all of my own VODs anyway, like I locally record them. So that's kind of not really an issue for me. But that is fascinating. Yeah, you can stream at higher bitrate, can't you? Despite the fact Kick uses Amazon Web Services, which is owned by Twitch. Or, sorry, Twitch is owned by Amazon Web Services. We're not really saving tyres. I don't really need to at this stage. Wait, did we just lap Yuki? I have! I've lapped Sonoda! What's going on? Yeah, I mean, tyre wear on the hards is nothing. We're basically halfway through this stint, and it's probably going to rain anyway. So I could have probably pit earlier off of the medium onto the hard. Oh, yellows. We got a spinner. Oh, no, it might be a car breaking down, actually. It's a Haas. I don't know if that's Ocon or Behrman. There you go. Second retirement of the day, then. That is going to be Ollie Behrman out of the race. Of course it's Behrman. I've never known someone retire so often inside this game. Rain is...
5 minutes until
there you
rainfall expected. 5 minutes until rain. Drive
5 minutes until
like the fastest tyre at the moment.
I'm going to schedule a set of inters ready to go. As and when the time comes. Like I said, I think this is going to be one of those ones. Brazil is a circuit anyway, where it gets wetter quicker than most other venues. So I think as soon as it starts raining, it's likely that'll be immediately when you want to pit. But we shall wait and see. I'm waiting for it to start raining just as I come out the final corner. The team won't tell me to pit. Everybody else will pit, and then I get undercut. That's what I'm expecting will happen.
Green flag.
Do you think there's a pace problem on the high difficulties on F125? 110 AI are definitely weaker on F125 than they were on previous games. For me, I don't think that makes much of a problem, because it now means that generally 110 are normally a pretty good competition. But I can understand, like, esports players and stuff, it's really dumb, because they're just way faster. Yeah, unfortunately for a lot of the two-stoppers, they're having to pit just before the transition. So they're probably going to end up... Well, they're going to have to three-stop, aren't they? Whereas Max and I are going to be able to two-stop. Maybe... No, Gasly's pit. Okay. I won't believe in Pierre Gasly. ATAI, I would say, is for, you know, if someone is just picking up the game but playing quite regularly. Or someone that maybe plays other racing games from time to time. I would say if you play other racing games and literally just jumped on F1 for the first time, you could probably run at ATAI. If you've got like a basic understanding of like racing games, you'd probably be fine. Right, come on, when's that rain going to start falling? I don't know whether I want it sooner rather than later. Gasly new fastest lap, okay.
Gasly's just set the fastest lap of the race so far.
And the big thing I've got to remember to do is don't speed into the pits this time. That's going to be the big one. What do you think of NASCAR 25 so far? I am still really enjoying it. It's got its issues. Which I feel like should, in theory, be fairly easy to fix. But there's a reason I'm still basically doing daily uploads with it. It is a lot of fun. There are some fairly big differences between F124 and F125. My team career mode is completely changed. Whether for better or for worse is your own decision. The handling model is very different, but the AI as well. So the AI on F124 used to basically sit in a DRS train for an entire Grand Prix. As you can see on the minimap, they don't do that on F125, and it is so much better because of it. I think people kind of forget how bad an issue it was on 24. I will definitely be playing the iRacing IndyCar game. I'm looking forward to that. The new tyre strat is, yeah, far too OP on NASCAR 25. I say it's not actually OP. The problem is with it is that's what it's like in real life NASCAR. It's just the fact the AI don't pit. That's the problem. If the AI pit more reliably whenever you get a caution, it would be no issue. Problem is that they've actually got the tyre probably pretty accurate. It's just the fact they haven't got the AI pitting very accurate. I'll do a Stingray Rob career mode on IndyCar. Konozilic 88. Well, SVG's in the 97. I'm tempted to do like an SVG NASCAR career mode at some point. Like just do the Cup Series for a season. Just for a bit of fun. We are meant to be getting an IndyCar game next year, I believe. I would assume it'll drop before the next NASCAR game. Like, I would assume it's further in development than NASCAR 26 is. If I had to guess, I reckon it would be like an August, a July-August release. So late enough after F1 that the hype's died down, but before NASCAR, which I would hope is probably like September. GTA has now been delayed. That gives me more time to finish GTA 5, which I guess is good news. Yeah, we are really pulling away from Max.
Okay, you don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change.
Oh, there we go. The team is starting to get nervous about that rain, chat. It's gonna happen. Georgia Max currently 1-2 in FP1. I mean, we're 1-2 in sprint qualifying. Max unfortunately had a DNF in the sprint race. I'm pretty certain we've basically spent the entirety of this race 1 and 2. We have normally been 1, but he did go longer than me in the first stint. So things are looking pretty good. We want a GTA as a street series. That'd be quite fun, I think. We'll do some GTA 5 streams. I haven't got GTA on PC though. I know it's not that expensive to pick up. That could be quite fun. Oh, we've got DRS, okay. Wait, what position is Sainz? I've lapped up to 7th in this race. Okay. It's a kind of a weird one though, Brazil, because the pit lane's quite long, but the track's quite short. So it is in theory, especially when someone's two-stopping, quite easy to lap them. But yeah, I definitely seem to drive better when I'm just waffling, rather than actually focusing on the racing. Which is quite bad, maybe? I don't know. I gotta get GTA on PC and do... I assume RP is roleplay, isn't it? Because I suck at GTA, so I'd probably be terrible at that. Rain is definitely on the way. Give it a few more laps, the rain will come. I don't know why Max is struggling so badly, though. That's what I keep thinking about at the moment. He's giving me a lot more breathing room. Like, I can afford to box 1 lap early or 1 lap late and take the penalty. Oh, there you go. There's the rain, chat. Are we going to see AI immediately into the pit lane? I told you the rain was on its way. How heavy will it be with 13 laps to go of this Grand Prix? Oh, now we're going to have to start focusing. Got to make sure I don't do anything stupid. Okay, it's not too bad at the moment. He says. He says. So I assumed it was going to be one of those ones where it starts raining and immediately it's time to go inters. But I'm not sure.
14 laps of fuel left. 14 laps. Okay, the forecast suggests this rain's going to keep getting stronger for at least the next 15 minutes. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Yeah, team still reckon dries, that's okay. Hey, welcome in V10. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Alright, so I think we're going to have to try and stay out for at least a couple more laps. But I guess if the rain isn't too heavy, then you can just keep extending. 12 laps to go, chat. Not that I'm counting.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't want to do too many of the massive upgrades, like the level 6 parts, just because they're so expensive. So I'm kind of trying to use like level 4 and level 5, and just making sure I'm there or thereabouts. Especially now I'm kind of in to the playoffs, it doesn't really matter what happens. Now, of course, I'm not just going to do terribly in races, but I'm also there going, I don't want to spend cash. Because I'm happy just to bankroll the team with components towards the end of the season, when we're in the playoffs. Buy out really high-grade parts, just to try and be quick. You can still definitely serve a penalty under safety car, but I don't think we're going to get one at the rate this is going. Well, we were meant to be getting a BTCC game, weren't we, from Motorsport Games? Of course, that never happened. I mean, there is a British Touring Car pack on R-Factor, which I did debate doing a career mode on. But trying to set up a career mode in R-Factor is the biggest ball ache in the world. So I just decided against it in the end. Every single time you come out the pits, Mark then a lap later will tell you that tyre wear is good. Which is super frustrating. And was also an issue on F124. I got a penalty for speeding the first time I pit. It was an unfortunate error, but hopefully an error that isn't going to cost me too badly. Right, when are we going to pit? The track still feels fine at the moment.
Okay, conditions are going to keep deteriorating for 10 minutes.
It's definitely going to change before the end of the race.
Definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
But the team is still adamant dries are the ones you want to be on. Reckon lap 64, do we? Oh, don't corner cut. The thing that would really damage us is if I got a 3-second pen and then we got a safety car.
To struggle in these conditions. If we pit for Inters now, we're going to be too slow and we'll burn them out. Make the best of it for the time being.
Okay, I'll try, Mark. That was scary. That was like Alonso back in 2012 at the Senna S when he got that huge snap over the curb. Oh, this is a proper classic Brazilian Grand Prix end. Rain beginning to fall. Huge championship ramifications. This is why we love Sao Paulo, chat. It's such a great venue for Formula 1. We've still got good pace. I mean, we're putting away from Max even more now. Not my Rainmeister, the Dutchman. We've just got to try and keep it on the island. My prediction for the race was wrong. What did I predict? I can't even remember. What did I say? Norris? Can we get a shifter sound check? What, my flappy paddles, or...? I mean, it might well be that we just don't have to pit before the end. Because we're pulling away from Verstappen even more. We could end up in a bizarre scenario where the Dutchman's struggling so much that if the AI pit with like 2 laps to go, we're better off just staying out right to the end, so then they're a lap down. I don't think that's going to happen, but it could do. Definitely will for some of them. Oh, we're definitely getting towards the crossover though. Starting to struggle a bit more with it. There is definitely still enough grip though. Just got to keep it on the island. Yeah, I did say lap 31 the engine would go pop. We've now done twice that. And it's still good. Oh, sorry, yeah, about my engine failure. I thought you meant about the no wheel predictions for this weekend. Yeah, the grip's going. The grip is going. But we are still pulling out at a rapid rate. We seem to be coping with this weather better than most.
Okay,
Thank you for the
George,
follow as well,
lap times
V10.
are a little erratic at the moment. We need consistency, so let's try and stabilise them.
Alright, come on.
Yeah, happy.
Lord Russell, happy that we're trying to focus. When is Verstappen going to pit? The problem is I don't want to be the first one in. But I've surely got to be getting there, haven't we?
At least another 10 minutes until this rain evens out. Stay alert out there.
It's going to get worse.
Dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Teams still reckon dries, though. What lap times are we doing? So you can probably do about 1 minute 20s on inters. I guess I don't really want to pit and take it the wrong way. Especially with a 30-second lead. There is definitely still a dry line as well. We are currently 4th in the Drivers' Championship. But we are hopefully about to leapfrog our way to 2nd.
Weather's changing now.
Oh,
You might
of
wanna
course.
review our strategy.
Of course, as soon as I go past the pit lane, that's when the teams say the
Confirmed.
Inter's the way to go. Whoever predicted lap 64, you were bang on. There's AI into the pit lane then. That's ridiculous. Why is it always as soon as I go past pit lane entry? That's when the team talk about it. I mean, to be fair, I don't think this lap we're going to be much worse. They can have a decent gap over Verstappen, though. Oh, Gasly, who's been a star all day, might be about to go a lap down here. Disappointing for Pierre. I mean, he's still doing very well. P6 would be a great result for Haas. Don't crash into the back of him. Ooh. Come on. There you go. DRS is disabled. It is definitely time. Well, we'll have lost out a few seconds from this, I think.
DRS has
But
been
not enough to
disabled by
worry.
the stewards. DRS will be offline. Wait
As
for
long as I
further
just keep it
updates.
tidy. Whoa. Come on. Nice and easy. Back
Okay,
into the
remember
pits.
to pit this lap.
Right, we can afford to brake early. I've got nothing to gain by trying to pit late.
Okay, forget the
We'll
targets
take the
for now.
penalty,
We've gotta
we'll
focus
lose a
on
bit
the
of
pit
time to
stop.
Max, but we still should be comfortably out ahead. Might have said that. Wait, is Kimi stayed out? Leclerc's stayed out? Why are they staying out? Oh, we're going to get unlapped by Pierre. There we go.
Okay,
That's
go,
alright.
go, go. Perfect
That's
job
Yuki
from
going
you
by.
and
We
the
don't have to
crew
worry
there,
about
mate.
him.
We're delighted
Max
with
is
that.
still going through Sector 3. So he's still got a decent margin.
That was our
There you go.
last
Oh,
stop.
Antonelli's
No more
finally
scheduled
in.
pit stops. Let's go.
Oh, there's some grip. There's definitely some grip.
Andrea's in the pits. Andrea is in the pits.
We've still got a decent lead over Max. That's important. Right, we can just bring this home. No penalties. That's pretty good as well. Yeah, that's how you gotta break for the pit lane. We actually did pretty well there. Didn't risk too much, didn't lose or gain too much. I mean, to come back out still with a 15-second lead over Max, I'm pretty happy with. We might have got close to lapping Leclerc here. I don't think so. I was hoping we might be able to put a lap on Oscar. That would have been pretty insane, but I think he's just got enough speed. Oh, bless me. I could feel that one brewing then. It was right there. Yuki and Liam have got some real beef IRL this year. It's quite funny, they keep blaming each other for like bad qualifying and stuff. Oh yeah, you gotta start using the karting line. Gotta be really, really careful here. Did they used to live together? Yeah, I suppose they did, didn't they? I don't know, maybe Liam's still upset or something. I mean, I kind of understand for Lawson. Yuki kind of got fast-tracked to Formula 1 through Honda. I can understand why there might be a bit of resentment. Yeah, because it's on Drive to Survive, isn't it, when they used to live together? Sainz, Ocon, Russell. That is definitely my top 3 predictions for sprint quali.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
You probably need to change your setup. User 17394. Check out Matt212 Racing on YouTube. I've got some setups on there that will hopefully help with your tyre wear. Might not make it perfect, but should help. Yeah, Yuki's route was horrendous, wasn't it?
These conditions are only getting worse. Watch out for standing water.
Could we see a switch to full wets? I don't think so. I don't think I'd want to switch to full wets either. Even if all the AI did, I don't think it'd be worth it. There's not much to gain and a lot to lose towards the end. Let's slip in and slide in right towards the very end. Can we relap Yuki? Maybe we can get Yuki in here still. That'd be quite fun. Wets can be better, just not very often and not by much. We had quite a few races before on this game where it would go like dry, wet, dry, and the AI would then, with like 2 laps to go of a wet period, pit for wets and then go immediately back to inters. So I remember at Austria, they basically cost themselves a lap within 3 by all doing that. And it basically meant we lapped everybody. A lot of it is down to setup and practice and just the time trial. The world records are wizards. I would honestly say if you're within about a second of a time trial world record, you're doing very well. Now you gotta remember, time trial is like the absolute perfect of perfect. And unless you want to be in F1 esports, it's kind of not really attainable. All-rounder, thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You've come in just towards the end of what has been a rather weird Grand Prix. Weird in the fact that, touch wood, up to this point, I haven't bottled it. He says, immediately drifting. And I hope not to bottle it by the end. I've said the word now. Yeah, rain is definitely here. The 10-second, I guess, was a bit of a bottle, but it hasn't changed anything overall. All it means is I might be lapping Oscar Piastri rather than, yeah, Gasly and Tsunoda. There we go. Yuki blue flags now. Not often you lap a Red Bull inside this game. Although, to be fair, in the Hulkenberg career mode, Yuki keeps breaking down. I mean, we picked up... Oh, yellows. Who's got issues? Oh, no, it's gone. Okay. Oh, is that Doohan letting someone else lap in?
Okay, clear.
I think that was Doohan letting Oscar through. Oh, Yuki, are you moving out of the way? What are you doing? What is that? I understand you want to try and help Max out, but that's ridiculous. Come on, back out. I mean, the fact that Yuki might be about to get lapped by Max... Oh, he won't. Unless he loses... Whoa, 8 seconds a lap. Yeah, the grip is going, chat. The grip is definitely going. Don't start making mistakes now. We've done pretty well. It's been weird in... Very, very weird, this stream. But has been very enjoyable, as always. I like it when we kind of get these ones where we kind of forget that we've got a whole 100% F1 race going on in the background. We've just been kind of chatting. Always enjoyable. And like I said before, that's why I enjoy doing this career mode. Because it is a bit more kind of relaxed. I'm not trying to get a YouTube video out of it. It is just chatting to you guys, having some fun with it. And that's what really matters at the end of the day. I reckon you could switch to wets now, and you'd be competitive. Now there's those tram tracks beginning to form. It wouldn't be the worst idea for the AI. I don't tend to do open lobbies. I might start doing them a bit in the future, but I don't tend to because normally it just involves me getting wiped out for 2 hours. Right, come on then. One more lap to go here from Sao Paulo. We've led pretty much every single one today. We got the lead off Verstappen at the start. He led 1 lap through the pit cycle. But apart from that, we have led every single other lap so far. And to be honest, I don't think we can complain about that. It's what we needed as well in the championship. Because so far this season, we haven't been bad, but we've been desperately looking for a big result like this. And that is super, super important here today. It obviously means in-game we close a bit out in the championship. We'll update our proper spreadsheet as well when we get to the end. Ooh, come on. Come on. I've seen a couple of bits about that plane crash in Louisville. I haven't read much on it though, to be completely honest. Yeah, Branson was bad, Sam was even worse. Which is impressive considering how bad Branson was. Right, are we going to be able to lap Pierre on the run to the line, or is he just desperately trying to stay on the lead lap? That is the real question as we round our way. I mean, look at that. There, he's steering through there. Gasly's going to let us by. But through the final corner then, George Russell. He took pole here last year, but couldn't convert it to victory. He won here back in 2022 for his first ever Formula 1 win. Redemption Day, once again for George Russell. He will win here in Sao Paulo. Complete domination.
Absolutely
What a drive, if I
awesome.
dare say
Just
so myself.
amazing, mate. Well done.
Who predicted that I'd win that? That's what I want to see.
We couldn't wish for anything better.
Oh, I think that's the first... Is that the first time I've heard Toto on this game? It might well be. Who predicted a Matt212 dub? That's what I want to see. Where's my mouse? 3.2k go to Big F1 fan and Lou. Congratulations, you earned those noggins. You had faith in me, which normally would be really stupid, but this time around worked well.
I think it shows great strength in an athlete as a driver when you can overcome a day like this and walk away.
He's done it! George Russell, winner.
And it's time for that
The Blake telemetry is a app called Race Labs. It's PC only. It does cost money, I'm afraid. I will obviously be watching IRL.
The top step awaits for George Russell.
See, I love the fact the captions in the game are even wrong. Oh man, I am sweaty. I'm gonna go play football now after this. Matt drives a Mercedes better than Russell. Well, to be fair, when I won in Singapore, Russell then did also win that weekend. Every other race I've done, we finished in different positions. But IRL, when I won Singapore in this series, George then did win the IRL Grand Prix. So there you go, chat. George Russell will win this weekend.
Fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, there we go then. P1. After 86 minutes of driving, only 4 other cars on the lead lap on the checkered flag. Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri there. Gasly, brilliant drive to 6th ahead of Tsunoda. Hulkenberg came 9th, fair play to him. And Hamilton there bagging a point as well from the back of the field. Not quite his 2021 charge, but he still did pretty well. Apparently I've got to check my staff Discord just to see what's gone down. Let's have a look. What are you guys saying to me? Staff chat. Oh, I mean, the picture's good. So I am, yes, severe signs of autism. That's not ideal. I've never seen that woman in my life, but fair play. Tism. Fair enough then, chat. Right, we need to go fill out the table, don't we, as well, before I forget, so I can see all the scores on the doors. But I think, well, we do. Oh, I mean, what are we looking at in-game, actually, first of all? So we have cut the gap down to 15 points to Leclerc, but Verstappen and Norris all now within a race wins margin of Charles. Oscar there still ahead of Lewis. Antonelli still ahead of Yuki. Sainz and Alonso still inside your top 10. Ahead of Gasly, Albon, Bortoletto. I mean, to be fair, only Esteban Ocon hasn't scored who I would expect to score inside this series. That is pretty good going in just 6 races here. Constructors-wise, we're back ahead of Red Bull, though, still, which is good. McLaren have got a bit of a buffer over Ferrari. But let's go edit the proper score sheet. I haven't got it up already, actually. That's not good. Google Sheets. GR63 World Champion. Come on, load. That'd be helpful. Right, so we bagged 33 points. Verstappen bagged 18. I believe Norris bagged 19 and Leclerc bagged 19. And that's all I can sensibly remember. Oscar Piastri bagged 16. Gasly bagged 10. Yuki 9. So Oscar 16. Gasly's going to get a huge boost for that, isn't he? 10. Yuki 9. Antonelli bagged 5. Sainz 4. Hulkenberg 2. And then Albon and Hamilton 1. So Antonelli bagged 5. Who bagged 4? Sainz. Was it Sainz on 4, chat? What was it? Antonelli 5. Sainz 4, yeah. Hulk 2 and Albon and Hamilton 1. Sainz 4. Sainz has done well in this series. 4. Hulkenberg. No, was it Hulk? Did Hulk get 1? No, Hulk got 2. Albon and Hamilton 1. Hulkenberg 2. Where is he? Albon 1. Hamilton 1. And that means 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So, what does that do to our championship then? It still means, just like IRL, Lando Norris now 1 point ahead of Oscar Piastri. We are now only 10 points back behind Verstappen. But with 83 to go, we are mathematically out of the World Championship fight there. We're back ahead of Leclerc, though, which is good. We've got a 6-point buffer ahead of Charlie. Hamilton still in no man's land ahead of Antonelli. Hulkenberg still, I believe, in Albon even still in P8. I believe, though, Sainz now is ahead of Hulkenberg. Alonso is ahead of both of them. Tsunoda is right there as well. So it goes, obviously, top 8, as you would expect. Then it goes Alonso. Then it goes Sainz. Then it goes Tsunoda. Then it goes Hulkenberg. Then Gasly now. He's done very well. Then tied on 27, Stroll and Ocon. And then 22 points for Hajar and Bortoletto. 20 points for Lawson. 14 for Behrman. And then, obviously, Colapinto and Doohan at the back. Ferrari now are 62 ahead of Mercedes, but we've still got a healthy buffer ahead of Red Bull as well. So, pretty happy with that one as well there. But yeah, thank you everybody for stopping by. I'm going to end these short format streams now before I forget. But we will be live tomorrow. Create a series. Be there.